everything from Walmart. I was so excited. I bought this adapter. It has a bunch of different ends on it, a bunch of different pieces right, to fit. And I was gonna listen to records. I was gonna listen to my vinyls, but it doesn't work. I'm like, what? Why? What's going on here? Why doesn't it work? Um, and I don't know why, but it doesn't. And that sort of pisses me off. Apparently, this runs at it says 2.1 amp USB. I don't know why this isn't working. I don't know why. Oh well. Maybe I'll just buy a new record player. Just get a new record player. Just be done with it. I don't like buying new stuff. I don't like wasting my stuff. But sometimes that has to happen. Yeah, I was really excited. I wanted to listen to my vinyls, man. It was going to be a good day. But no. Oh well. Sometimes you don't ever get to do what you want to do. But that's okay. I'll just charge up my phone and then just yap at the camera like a dumbass for a while. And then quit. Hello, Mr. Crosby. Listen while working. Oh, you're pretty awesome, buddy. Thank you. Um, I just sort of, yeah, I was gonna get my record player on, because I was pretty excited about listening to my vinyls. I haven't listened to them in forever. But once again, the thing I got doesn't work. That's like always the case, you know what I'm saying? Like he's supposed to get some sort of adapter, get some sort of thing. I don't know if that happens with you, but that's like my life in a nutshell. You spend all this time trying to get this thing, trying to make it work, and then the thing that you get doesn't work. Like, oh fuck. Oh well. Oh well. I think I should be getting electricity here pretty soon. I don't know about soon. We'll see. Um, the GoFundMe provided a bit, and that's all set aside in reserve. Um, yeah, I have a few more plays that I'm running right now, trying to come up with the rest of it. Um, but but I think that'll happen. Yeah. So the upcoming things I need to do is get Millie her Christmas present because a few people have donated for that, and I'm gonna put that, like, those all go on to her, but she's getting that real soon. That's gonna be exciting. And it's a drawing tablet, like those drawing tablets, like you draw on them, and like a digital drawing tablet or something like that. Yeah, she's gonna get one of those. Steven Spence, hey buddy, how you doing? But yeah, that's pretty cool. And then so upcoming, I'm gonna get I'm gonna be able to get a battery so I can have proper electricity, and I'm going to get Starlink so I can have proper internet, and then I can actually start streaming regularly now. I haven't been I've been just kind of shutting off from YouTube. And shutting off, like, not because, well, because I just don't have internet. I just don't have electricity and stuff like that. It makes it more difficult. Um Also, man, YouTube sucks. It's it's hard to even want to be on this site anymore. It's hard to even want to put out any sort of what I might call content, but other people have better content. But you know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of people are feeling the same way. Why? Why would any of us why keep doing something like this when uh when somebody can just basically put a couple commands into an AI prompt, shit out a video, steal scripts wholesale from much better creators who actually have scripts and say like especially history or anything like that. You hear these scripts, right? AI just rips it. They just rip the script, revoice it, put it onto new images, and then some shitbag puts it out. YouTube does nothing about it. So like it doesn't it suck watching YouTube now? It sucks. You try to watch anything and first off, they doubled the commercials. Do you notice that? They doubled the commercials. Then any video you want to watch is just AI garbage. It's fucking AI slop. All of it. You know? I'm sick of it. And if you know what you're listening to, you can hear it. It's pretty obvious. An AI will never say you are going live or you're going to be live later or anything like that. An AI will always say you're going to be live, like live. They just, AI doesn't understand the context of the word live and live, and how to use them. So they'll always just really go to live. That's one way to do it. And I've noticed people, just average people doing it. There's a YouTube function where you can AI your videos and stuff like that. Whoever uses one of those things, as a creator, I'm going to call out any other creator who uses this shit. You fucking suck and you're ruining YouTube. Stop using this AI bullshit. And to YouTube, fuck you for even making that an option. This is bullshit, you know? Uh, what's my favorite race of people? I don't know, man. Like do they make racing people? Race people? I don't know. It sounds like a stupid question to me. I don't have one. As like a normal white person, I don't look at other white people and say, "Oh, that's my in group." I say, "Fuck you, jog on." I know it's difficult for other people who just look at color and just look at everything, and that's who my people are, and that's who my everything is, and that's who. Nah, nah. Is your last name my last name? Suck a dick. I don't care what color your fucking skin is. You're probably a dick bag, just like the fucking dick bag behind you. And I don't care what he looks like either, but I can see a dick bag when I know one. You know? Didn't need the yapping? Well, that's what a live stream is, you fucking cunt sack. Why don't you move on? Really? God. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody really gives a shit. You go into a live stream and then you say, I didn't need that yapping. All right, let's try this. Let's just sit here in silence. Is this what you came for? No? All right. All right. Well, then pull the dick out of your mouth and But anyways, back to YouTube. Back to really, YouTube is getting to be a disgusting cesspit of just AI degenerate filth. And I'm tired of watching it. I find myself, and I was over at a friend's house the other day. My friend, he watches YouTube a lot. But he watches it on his TV and everything. I've noticed even him. He was just like, nah, fuck YouTube, man. I can't do this anymore. I can't. That they bumped up the ads and everything's AI. Also, dude, I know there are more than 50 fucking channels on YouTube. Hey, YouTube, show me one of them. One of them. Show me one of them. Show me one of the fucking other millions and millions and millions of fucking channels you have on this website. Show me one of the motherfucking videos, please. Show me something I've never seen before. Because all I have in my feed, is this the same with you? All I have in my feed is videos I've seen before. Just constantly. Why am I having to click that 3 buttons and say, no, I don't want to watch this video. I've already seen it. Like, well, why don't you want to watch it? I fucking watched it, dude. How many times are you going to show it to me? How many times are you going to fucking show it to me? I said refresh. YouTube has a problem. They think the refresh button means Shuffle the shit they're showing you right now. What? Fuck you, YouTube. God damn. This website sucks. It's being overrun by AI. It's being overrun by shitbags from fucking overseas, just basically running AI, stealing people's content, ripping ripping the audio, revoicing it, and letting AI do it. It's YouTube sitting there being like, I don't see a problem with any of this. Yeah. Well, when there's real voices, when there's real people, when there's like what they would call authentic content, right? Some dickbag like me just spouting what he fucking thinks. We're gonna stop doing it. And whether you like it or not, but the fucking cringe ass motherfuckers like me are the fucking heart and soul of this place. It's not AI. You replace us with a robot, you get a fucking robot. Congratulations. This is ridiculous. Yeah, we need another so sorry, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into this fucking chat because you guys are all spitting facts, swearing a lot. Yeah, I don't really give a shit. I really don't give a fuck about swearing. If you have a problem with that, then there's another channel. Like there's other channels. I just don't care. I just don't care. I don't. Um, so we need a social media app. You're exactly right on about that. Well, but we do have other ones. So there's Kick. There's a Twitch and whatnot. And to be honest with you, I think when I get electricity proper, when I get internet, when I get things like that in my house, I'm probably going to switch to Twitch because this is I'm just I'm fed up with YouTube. I'm fed up. I can't do it anymore. Yep. And it's always AI slop. Yeah. And that's another thing. Good point, Lemon God. Right. And it's AI slop. Like, let's just call this what it is. Pure fucking jealousy. Right? A little bit. Like on my part. I mean, I have to be honest to be like, what are your feelings, Havoc? Why are you feeling this way? You know? Right? But let's be honest. Like, why would I say something like that? Is it a bit of jealousy? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. A lot. 60% maybe. Yeah, yeah. But am I valid? I don't know. But I do know like I have to sit here and just slog along with content or doing whatever, putting my face out there, putting my emotions out there, putting my feelings out there, talking with you guys, getting to know you, actually, becoming with a few of you kind of friends. Um, where I get to watch a robot run by me. Just run by me. Not only is he running by me, he's running by me with thousands to millions of views, but he's stolen his script from another creator. All of his images and everything on the screen is AI generated. There's nothing in that. There's nothing. Yet they just go wah right by me, right up. You pulling millions out of this app. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, then why am I doing this? Why would I? Don't get me wrong. I'm making more on YouTube than I ever have before. But that's like $30 a month. I think that's pretty fucking good. Like, for real, though, actually. For me, that's awesome. But, there is a bit of that jealousy when I see somebody just rip off and do whatever, and then just see him just totally be successful. It's like, well, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, I feel at some point, I feel stupid. Do you know what I'm saying? And at some point, I am stupid. Right? Because we all see the burner. It's all there. I just keep touching it. So that's my thing. YouTube is like I said, once all this is up and running, I think YouTube has lost me. Hey, Big D. Hey, buddy, you're awesome. Thanks, buddy. Hey. I like that. I like those little pictures. They're pretty cool. But yeah, so voting blue, I won't feel stupid. You think I vote blue, retard? The fuck? Shut up. Yeah, yeah, you have my voting record. Um, no, I I vote all over the map. Lately, in the last election, let me see. I voted Trump in the one before last one. Uh, I didn't vote for Trump in the last election because I thought the man was a fucking clown who's running his administration like a clown and just put yes men around him. And he's more interested in being loved himself than actually doing anything for anybody else meaningful. I think I don't feel bad for that. What I wrote in was Mickey fucking Mouse because I'm an American and you fucking need to vote. You need to vote. But I write in candidate, Mickey fucking Mouse. And anyone who tells me that's a throwaway vote can suck all of my dick. Just because I didn't vote your side, or against your side, or go along with your little party bullshit. There needs to be a third option in American politics. There must be. The third option is no confidence. I don't like either of these cocksuckers. Fuck you, throw them away, vote again. And that should be a vote. That should be a legit option on the ballot. Is fuck these two. Do it again. That's it. Because that's often the right answer. I don't think we need 2 years of politicking by ass clowns to know they're ass clowns. I'm sick of it. I'm just so sick of it. Right? You wish you had the money of Trump loser. Okay, yeah, great. And Trump equals what? That's fucking funny. Shave my back? No, I don't. Assassin clowns in the street now. Yeah, there's clowns in the fucking street. Clowns in the Dude, you have clowns in the street, and then you have clowns trying to fucking wrangle those clowns. This is a clown shoe. Like clown show. And they all wearing clown shoes. It's ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Basically, you have too many people with too much fucking on their hands. Too much. They've had too much wealth, too much everything, too much for the past several decades. Just have too much. There is no way that people can be thinking like some of these comments. It's like, well, you just of his money, of his fucking money. Why would I want somebody's money? Where's money gonna make you happy? I've had lots of money and I've done very stupid things with it. I live how I view my ethics, how I view my standards right now, and anybody who's watched this channel knows very long that I try to live as close to poverty as possible. I don't think it's I don't think it's fun or awesome to flaunt how you wealth in front of other people. I think that's a very disgusting thing to do. It's disgusting. And I don't know why people do it today in modern society. They do it with their chains, they do it with their jewelry, they do it with their fucking belly, that thing hanging under your fucking neck, right? You wear clothing. This is what's so fucking pathetic about today's fucking society. Is today we monitor wealth by with our eyeballs looking at some other dick bag in a nice car, wearing nice clothes, but you're looking at the name. Do you see this? Do you see this? Can you tell what brand it is? No? Do you know why? Because I cut the tag off. Because my version of fucking being wealthy is not showing it to anybody. I don't wear my tags out. If you know what I'm wearing, I'm fucking up. Right. Are you a billboard? Are you an advertisement? Did somebody walk around and pay you to show off that clothing to other people? No? Huh. That's interesting because that's exactly what you are and that's what you're doing. If your version of of worth comes from a name on clothing, you're not worth very much. If your version of see, there's different types of dudes, right? There's the guy who goes out and buys that health cat or Hellcat, who goes into massive debt, and you can hear it, and he sits by the road, rom rom rom. And then there's the dude who buys that Junker Fox body 1980 fucking whatever 83 Ford Mustang, brings it back from death, knows that car inside and out, and these two fuckers are sitting next to each other. Who's the badass in the situation? It's not the dude who just, I have credit, duh, buy me thing. Or the dude who actually has talent, who's actually shown you what he can do. That's the badass in the room. I look at these people who drive around in these big trucks and these fast cars and all this and that and just be like, okay, great. So you used to have good credit. I know you don't now. And you're probably bitching and fucking moaning about that car bill and the rent or the insurance. Well, rent too. You know? That's bullshit. It's so stupid. Buying a new car. It's idiotic. It's the dumbest thing in the world. Why are you trying to show wealth to other people? Why? Am I a comedian or something? People laugh at me all the time. They laugh at me. Fucking ha ha ha. So I must be. But you know, if it makes you happy, but it's not making you happy. It's not making you happy. If you have to try to show other people to make you happy, you're not happy. You're constantly having to chase that. You're constantly having to show this. You're just a poser. That's what it is. And that's the word for it. A poser. You got a credit card and you just bought shit. I have names on my shirt. Look at me and my name. I have fancy names, logos. Look at me, logo man. Look at my vehicle, logo. Yes, look at my shoes, logo. Yes, look at the hat, logo. Yes, look at logo. No. There's no you there. All I see is a poser. A pathetic fucking poser trying to run around just looking at everybody else saying like, do you think I'm cool yet? I don't know. I'm not fucking cool. So maybe I'm not the judge of what's cool or not, but I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's cool. You had that 2011 Buick Regal and you loved it. You loved it. Where is it? You didn't love it. I have a 1968 Dodge D200. 1960. My truck was made in 1968. Why would I go out and buy a brand new truck? That one's working just fine. I don't understand. Do you think my 1968 Dodge D200 can haul any less than your modern fucking truck? I will guarantee that's not true. God. And not only that, in 10 years, fuck that, 20 years, my truck will still be running. Where's that fucking 2011? Where is that? Don't throw around words like you love things. I love it. I love. No, you don't. Just stop, man. Just get your brain back into square. You need to find a zero. You know what I'm saying? Where do I live? Salt on the road will destroy cars. Hells yes, it will. Wash your vehicle. Yeah, wash them. My cat wants out. Jesus Christ. I hear that excuse all the time. It's valid. Salt does destroy steel. However, there's a whole industry around preventative maintenance. Preventative maintenance. Oh my God, dude. People have fucking lost that term these days. Wash your car. and the salt from that road will mitigate that amazingly. I'm the coolest so far. Thank you, buddy. But I live in Alaska. So in Alaska, things rust. But things don't rust like very quickly. It gets so cold here this a lot of the year that so rust. All right. In order for rust to happen, you need electrolysis. In order for electrolysis to happen, you're going to need an anode, you're going to need a diode, you're going to need an electrolyte, and you're going to need moisture, water. Uh, now, and you're going to need heat, right? You're going to need heat for this to happen. That's why, like in California or whatnot, when you got salty and that heat and whatnot, shit just disintegrates. Um, that's why things out in Arizona, you don't get that moisture, so stuff doesn't, you don't, it rust, you get surface rust, but that's about it. Here in Alaska, same thing. You get the moisture, but you don't get the heat. So, same sort of thing happens. You get a lot of surface rust, but that's about it. Yeah. As far as salt goes, yeah, salt, wash it off. Wash it off. I mean, if you're not taking your vehicle to the washing thingy, the drive through during the winter time or whatnot, whatever you do, I understand you don't want to stand out in your driveway and get your hoses out. Stuff is it's put away for the winter, but there are places to go. If you're not doing this once a week with your vehicle, you probably shouldn't own a vehicle. That's just if I mean, I look at people like that and be like, okay, you're the type of person that doesn't change your oil. You're the type of person that doesn't change your fucking air filter. You're the type of person that doesn't change your floor mats. You're the type of person that doesn't like check fuck all. And then you worry, and then you're like, oh, why did the bottom of my vehicle rust out? Right. Old cars in New England stay in the garage. Yeah. To visit your younger self today, what would you say? And be honest. If I were to visit my younger self, that's a good question. And be honest. I would like to stress to myself that you don't want to die. You don't have to go fight. Find a good woman. Stop chasing things. Stop with the alcohol. Stop hating yourself so much. It's easy to say stop doing these things, to my younger self. My younger self probably would have been like, fuck you, dude. You don't know. But, oh, I hated my life. I hated my life when I was a kid. Absolutely hated it. Sorry, you brought me back a little bit there. I hated my life. I didn't want to be alive. But I am. It's pretty funny. I ran off. I tried to do every stupid thing in the book that I could do. People would call me a coward, be like, I faced any fight in the world. I've faced everything. You can see the scars all over my face, right? My battle scars. Uh, but you know, it was largely because of cowardice. I was running away from life. I wanted to die. Yeah. But you'd be shocked at what you can live through. Holy fucking Christ, man. Some guys win some lotteries, you know what I'm saying? Some guys win some fucking lotteries, I'll tell you what. Ridiculous. I have no right to be living how I live now. I have no business being as stable. I'm not wealthy, but but to be as wealthy as I am now, I have no right. I feel um, extremely grateful. The way that I used to live was it was bad. It was bad. Sorry, reading the chat here. Ugh. Yapping and crying. I'm not really crying. I got some tears out of me. Yeah, but I remembering some stuff. Also, if you know anything about me, I have a hard time regulating my emotions and whatnot. And oh yeah, if anybody hasn't, everybody's seen me tear up. Everybody's seen me tear up. It's not a problem. It's fine. So what I'm diagnosed with is extreme PTSD, according to the doctors. And so what happens is when I'm not medicated. I used to take Lexapro, which was fucking awesome. If I could afford it, I would totally be on Lexapro now. I really enjoy that. So what happens now with my diagnosis or whatever? Um, I have a hard time regulating my emotions. So I can go like, and I've gotten a lot better at this. I can go from like pissed, like fucking pissed off, like, my needle will be set to zero and then go like fucking whap to angry or like pop to sad, like, or like I often feel like my blood pressure just gets really, really high, right? And then it just starts coming out. Like I can't really manage my emotions as well as normal people, just because of the constant shocks that I've had during one part of my life. And it's like that's why people try to ask me about like what I did um back then, and I can't talk about it because I just start fucking crying. I just it's hard for me to face that part of my life. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Yeah. Yeah. Uh he cried, dude. Yeah, it's just it fucking happens, man. Not showing emotions is not human. Yeah, well, and that's what I liked about Lexapro, because Lexapro let me still have emotions. Like I still felt happy. I was like, hey, this and that, and still, and whatnot. But my needle just didn't swing so fucking hard, either direction. That's what I really liked about it. Um, yeah, there's PTSD kind of sucks. It's just one of those like it's embarrassing, a lot of times because like you can go into those like fucking holes. And you can't talk about certain things or else it's just like you just start to tear up. You just can't. It's just it's the way it goes, man. Yep. Yep. My daughter had surgery, cried for days. Not a total unemotional bad parent. Yeah, I mean that's when your daughter's facing something. I get you. I get you. And your kid is facing something. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, fathers with that strong emotion like that, man, your daughter, you oh yeah, fuck with that child right there and woe betide. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. Oh yeah. If anyone touched anyone fucked with my daughter, yeah, there'd be bloodlines wiped off the fucking face of the earth. Bloodlines gone. Like, oh God. Oh man. But I think that's a pretty common feeling of a father, right? Right. uh, Probably not there for their children either. Yeah, well, I mean, I try not to I try not to cry. Like that's why I dip off to the side or something like that because it's not something that I want to do. It's not, but it's like I have no choice in that moment. It's not like I don't count it as crying. That's the man in me. I don't count it as crying, really. It's just I just had a flood of emotions there for a fucking moment. You know what I mean? Like I'm not there's no sadness behind it. Like that's the interesting part. Like when I'm in a PTSD or something like that, I start talking about something and I start flooding. It's not a feeling of sadness. There's no I'm not I'm not I'm not down. I'm not sad. I'm not like, I'm just like it's just like a very strong emotion like I said before it like raises my blood pressure until it just like oh just and then it's almost like a it's almost like that pressure release valve that it just kind of once that happens I'm just like okay, okay, that's over with, I'm done, I'm back. It's really weird because I can just be like after that happens I would just be like okay, I'm fine. Like, I can move on now. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know why. I don't want to be doing that, but that happens. Right? uh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Johnny Cash. Yeah, it's very emotional. Yeah, he definitely was. But yeah, Johnny Cash, but it's kids like that, that grew up with a very shitty childhood, very shit ass childhood where you just get beat constantly. You're probably gonna grow up and you're gonna have a fucking rough time managing your emotions, right? It's just the way it is. It's gonna be rough. And that's the exact same type of person that if you touch his children, you're gonna lose your fucking hands, right? Because like that's one thing is I don't lay hands on my kid, right? Because it happened way too much with me, way too much. That I don't even have the heart for it. Like I don't think I could do it. I don't think it's there. My my disciplining of my daughter was quickly just like standing in the corner, just like fucking standing in the corner, you know, just because. And today, now, like, I don't really have to discipline her. Like, she's such a good kid. She's like, she really is a good kid. Like, my kid is like so nice and easy. She lives with me full time. So right now I have full custody 24/7, baby. She's staying at a friend's house right now. I have a I have a friend that I go see every weekend. So I have one friend, right? And I think as you get older for males, that's pretty normal. Like you have like a couple. Like if you're pretty wealthy and friends, you might have like three or four. That is like you probably live near your hometown or something like that, or you've been there for 30, 40 years, right? And that's like that's wealth. That's wealth, man. You know, um do people like you? Do people want to hang around you? Do they invite you out for things? It's not your vehicle you drive. It's not your things you have. It's not your phone. It's not your clothes. It's nothing like that. It's, does anyone call your phone? If the answer is no, then you have no wealth. You have nothing. I hate to break it to you, but that's what that is. Nobody cares. And maybe you should start there. You have a lot of name on your clothes and stuff like that. You got a big badge on your truck. You got to stuff and you got to stuff, but like nobody cares, right? because nobody cares. It's your personality. You can't buy one of those. One of those is molded. One of those is shaped. you know and the way a lot of people have shaped their personalities these days is they've shaped their personalities based on trying to please other people around them, not by their actions but by the things that they can present to them, right? So instead of having a great conversation, you went out and you bought a car. That's you know you know what I'm saying. One of these things is a lot cheaper and at the same time a lot more valuable. Right. But as you get older, this wealth becomes more obvious. When you're younger, your wealth in friendship may not seem that obvious because you may go out to a bar, you may go out to all these things and you may talk and you go out in these group dates and these group everything. But as you get older, that tunnel narrows and you're going to have left with you your actual friends. These people that you actually call, these people that you actually go out with, and you actually do things with. Um, Chances are you're all busy. So you meet this person once a week. That's a friendship. That's a damned good friendship right there. You don't go over to his house, hang out all the time, every day, and all that. I got kids. They got kids. We got fucking shit. You got jobs. You got everything. Let's be adults here, right? That's an adult friendship. That's a damned good adult friendship. I I send him stupid texts all throughout the week. Send each other stupid texts, right? You know, here's my dick on a washing machine. You know what I'm saying? Normal. Here's my dick on a fence post. You know, right? Here's my dick. Here's my dick on my lunch. Send it off. You know what I'm saying? Normal stuff like that, just to keep the friendship fresh. But other than that, when you see each other, it's just it's once a week. Have coffee. That's it. Have coffee. That's it. And so our daughters are friends. And so I went on Friday. I dropped my daughter off at his house. Go play with the daughters so they can have friends and play with each other. I'll go pick her up on Sunday. Yeah. That's the way it is. My kid, when she goes to spend the night over at her friend's house, she's just like, I would like not to see you until Sunday. Is that okay? That's fine. Pretty funny. Can I say happy birthday, Harper? Oh, God. This is where I get clipped and there's something crazy because I'm going to say something stupid, right? But happy birthday, Harper. Fuck. I never do that. I never fucking do that. Well, usually it's what is it? What is it? Nika? Something I can't remember. There's a lot of real childish shit that people try to get me to say. I can't remember. Something about knees growing. So I generally avoid requests like that. Hey, Mr. Rodolfo. How you doing, buddy? Rodolfo Erdogan. Isn't that like a Eastern European name? Maybe a Turkic name? What is that? What is that? Come on, buddy. Oh, jeez. That's what I miss. I didn't have any Turkish. There you go. Hey, buddy. How you doing, kitty kitty? You want to come up and get some loves? You want to come up and get some loves? Hey. God damn, my cat. Oh, fuck. The massive Apollo. It was Apollo the Vast. And you see why I call him the Vast, because this is only half of him. Right. He's so big. He's so big. It's ridiculous how big this cat is. So Turkish, yeah, a lot of Bill T. Jones, that's funny. Uh so my last name, um when Turkish people would see my last name when I was out traveling, they would always call me Hashim. They'd see my last name and they would yeah, they would always be like, "Oh, you're Turkish. You're Turkish. Yeah, your last name, you're Hashim." And I always thought that was kind of funny because I am not at all Turkish. But my name, but my name sort of it looks like it could be. So I thought that was funny. Yeah. But no, genetically, so I did that genetic, that ancestry.com thing. I did that like about 13 years ago. And they just kept updating it and updating it. It's kind of interesting. 13 years of updates. And shockingly, I am 90% British. Well, I'm 90% English, Scots, Welsh, Irish. Shocker. Like, I'm like, oh, interesting. Didn't know that. uh, I gotten special discount. Yeah, no, they were incredibly nice to me when they saw my last name and they thought it was Turkish. They were like, they said it means my everything. Was what I remember. They always said that. They're like, your name, it means my beloved, or like my everything, or my, yeah. But it's so funny because like I don't have any genetic markers from Turkey at all. I have like about 10% of me is uh German, French, like French German, that area, basically Norman, right? All that area in there. And like, yeah, maybe like up in like the Netherlands, Germany area, about 10%. Yeah, but that's it. The rest of me, 90% either English. I think the most is English, then it's like Irish and Scottish and Welsh. It's, yeah. That's me. Pretty funny. Yeah, man. It's been getting really warm here in Alaska. It's been getting really warm, really nice. Been enjoying it. Today I'm gonna take after I get off the live stream here, I'm gonna have a cup of tea, and then uh I'm gonna go get my snow machine running. And my battery here. Brought it inside, hooked it up to the generator, get it started, get it charged up, go down and yeah, man. Go down, get that thing started. That's gonna be a lot of fun. That's gonna be cool. I want to ride that out, get that up, get that going, put on my helmet, and then go for a ride. I want to get maybe like a handlebar mount. You know what I'm saying? And then get my phone or whatnot hooked up so that I can take you guys on a ride. Uh, I am gay. Yeah, totally, flaming gay. So if you're just new here, fucking screw this one on, dickbag. I am a fully transition male to female and I'm super gay, right? So screw it on. I'm not here to like walk you through this. This should be lore you already know. Like, just come on, catch up. So what is a snow machine? Snow machine is well, you've ever seen those? They call them sleds or whatever, like a snow cat or anything like that. Um, he's also a Jew. Yes. I'm fucking adding that. Yes. 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 I'm adding that. I'm adding that. I'm fully transitioned male to female. I'm super duper gay and I'm a Jew. So there you go. All of these. So what is a snow machine? You ever seen those machines? They have there's two skis in the front, the big long track in the back. You sit on them and you ride them, right? That's what you call a snow machine locally. They're just known as snow machines. I think I grew up with them, knowing them as snow cats. Where I'm from, they were called snow cats. Say they could be called some people out in some places call them just sleds. So they could be called anything, or you could call them name brand. Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah, yeah. There's the things are pretty cool, and yeah, I'm gonna get mine up and running, get it up out of the snow, get it going, get something that hooks onto the yeah, get my camera hooked up, get a mount for it. I think that'd be kind of cool. I've been meaning to do that for a while, but ah, it's so fucking cold that I just don't want to go out and play when it's so cold. It was like negative 20 degrees outside for the longest time. I'm just not having it. Now it's crazy. Like I'm almost sweating in here. It's freaking little too hot. My heater is on the lowest setting that it can be on, and it's like too hot in here. It's ridiculous. So my daughter's making me grow back the mustache, grow back the beard. She said I looked she said I looked too young, and she asked me if I was having a midlife crisis. Whatever. I don't like having a beard. It's not enjoyable for me. It's not fun. Makes me look old. Makes me look I don't look good with a beard. I don't know. I don't like having a beard. I just don't like it. However, my daughter just doesn't stop talking shit. Like it's shit talk, shit talk, shit talk constantly. So I'm like, fine, fine. I'm gonna goddamn get a beard. I'll grow it back. She's funny. She's funny. That kid, so we fuck with each other a lot. Like, if you heard Millie and I talking to each other, like we have that dynamic. It's really fun. If you have that fun dynamic with a kid, with one of your kids or with all of your kids or anything, it's a lot of fun. Like she's like I tell her to do something and she'll be like that. Oh, fine. I guess you're so abusive and you beat me all the time and I'm gonna I'm gonna go tell the court that you're beating me and I'm like, good, good, finally, because I don't want you around here. What are you doing? You know what I mean? Like we just talk like it's kind of funny. We both have this real dark humor, you know what I mean? And so we like talk shit to each other, but it's like I don't know. It's really fun. She's really witty, right? So I have to be on my guard because, we are one of those families like we're like she doesn't like we are affectionate toward you, but it's like our form of affection is like we just fuck with each other. You know what I mean? Like constantly. And it's, not in a mean way or anything, but like not mean, but like you say mean things, but you say them, and you're doing things. It's like you're facetious like almost all the time. That's kind of how we roll. I don't know. That kid is pretty awesome. She's pretty rad. But, like I said, I have right now I have full custody. There's a big fight in court going on, of course. I'm gonna come out of it with I'm going to come out of it with absolute full custody. It's just the way it's going to happen. So I'm gearing my life up to make sure that can happen and everything. Things are going really well. Your humor sort of dry too. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the dry humor, that kind of humor that I love, that kind of humor that makes people confused to where like they don't quite get the joke, but I do. I think it's funny. But like they're almost wondering what just happened, right? Like they're not in on it. They they walk away from the encounter thinking something super weird just happened. But I am so tickled, pleased with myself. You know what I mean? And there's a reason I only have one friend, right? Because, oh, I fuck with people. I fuck with people so bad. I think it's funny. I think it's funny to see people uncomfortable. Like, to see that, that confusion on their face. Like, you know, because I love presenting them with, like, doing so, like, presenting them something that they asked for, but they didn't know they asked for. Like, it's hard to explain. If we ever got to know each other, you'd know. I'd be fucking with you. Like, I mess with everybody. But anyways, what's in the news today? I didn't even look at the news yet. People yelling at each other, people screaming at each other. Bunch of ass hats, bunch of clowns tripping over their clown shoes. A big red circus tent out in the middle of the street somewhere. Likely. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's happening. Oh, the Clintons, vote the Clintons in contempt. Blah blah blah. Okay, so that will make our country better. Move on. Are the Clintons fucking stupid as shit? Yeah, but you fuckers voted for them. Leftist agitators think they're cornering ICE in restaurant. Yeah, dude, that needs to stop. That really needs to stop. I'm not a fan at all about the fight again. I'm not really impressed that ICE is doing what they're doing, and I'm really not impressed with the protesters doing what they're doing. I think we have a conglomeration of fuckbaggery going on here. And a lot of people, so the Trump people will say like, "Oh, you're a leftist," and the leftists will say, "You're a Trump dick licking, you lick boots." Something about boots and licking them. When really, what I am is the guy standing in the middle saying like, "You realize you're all fucking retarded, right? You realize that you're all just partisan belligerents. That's all that's happening here. All I see is partisan belligerence." Now, ICE is not doing the job that they were chartered to do. They're not fucking on the street fucking police. They're glorified judicial services. Why the fuck judicial services is doing this? It's beyond me. Well, it's not. It's because of the fucking court system, but because of these cities and whatnot that are not allowing these judicial services to do their fucking job. I should be allowed to do their job in the capacity that they're supposed to do it. They should not. They should not be having this confrontation when trying to affect law. This is unacceptable. And the local police should just be rounding people up and taking them to fucking jail. It should not be ICE. It should not be Border Patrol. It should not be any of these things. It should be the fucking police in that town. That's who's responsible for this going out of control. That's who I blame. I blame the local administrations in a large part. This should not be happening. You know, this about libtards. Yeah, I mean, we got retardations on both sides of the aisle. But yeah, the libtards, it's fucking ridiculous. They need to stop. They need to stop. Like I said, ICE is not meant to do this job. That's why they're doing it poorly. Granted, if I was a plumber and someone asked me to do your fucking electric work, I'm gonna do it fucking poorly. I might even get somebody killed. You see what I'm saying? So like that's what's happening right now. You got judicial services doing a fucking doing riot control meant for fucking SWAT and frankly National Guard and oh wow it went wrong. Fucking yeah duh. So Trump is a bit to fucking blame here too. You know. You going outside? Come on, kitty kitty. But when I say a bit to blame, he's I don't think he's actually the biggest problem here, to be fucking frank about that one. It's the local governments not allowing ICE to do their job. That's that's a fact. It's the police not doing their job. The police are not being allowed to do their job by the local government. That's fine. So it's the local government that's getting people killed. It's the local government that's doing this. You know, you got one side, you got the leftists who have been screaming and screaming and screaming about follow the laws, you need to follow the laws. And when the judicial services, i.e. ICE, is going around and trying to enact that, then all of a sudden the laws don't matter. Like what the fuck, man? Like removing people from this country, that's like a congressional law. That's not even state, that's federal Congress. That's 10th Amendment can't get you around that. How there's any ability for these so-called sanctuary cities to exist, I do not know. This is ridiculous. And this happening under Trump is why I say to Trump that he's a bit of a fucking problem. Because what did Trump do? Like an idiot, just basically hired an administration full of dickbag fuckwits. I voted for him the first time, but there's a reason why I didn't vote for him for the second time. Because in the first administration, who did he hire? He just hired fucking all basically just like who was Romney? Who did Romney want for an administration? Yeah, get that. What? Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And then they just turned around and shot him in the back and hamstrung him and fucked him up. His whole administration. Okay, well, why do I want him to do that again? Why would I vote for that again? Because he's too stupid, too self-interested, saying like, me, I'm the best. I'm me, to notice that you hired a bunch of fuck asses who are just stabbing him in the back the whole time and not letting him get his not letting get happen what needs to be happening. I don't know, man. Trump is all right. He's not the worst, but I'm pretty fucking sick of megalomania in the White House. Trump is definitely not the fucking worst. Hillary would have been fucking, oh my God. Could you imagine Hillary? People say like, oh, what about Kamala? Kamala was never a choice. Hillary? Oh, that would have been fucked, right? Usually, yeah, enforcing immigration law is new. Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately. When something new starts to happen, it's going to be a shock to the system. People aren't going to take it lightly, and it's not required for them to take it lightly. It has to happen. We can't do what happened. Oh, did you hear what Spain just did? Fucking Spain. Spain is a dictatorship now, by the way. The Spanish president decided to just unilaterally give amnesty to fucking a bunch of illegal immigrants. Basically they fought from the 1200 all the way up through to the 1100 all the way up through the to the 1400s for the Reconquista, and then 2000s come along and they go like, oh, what's that fucking guy coming across from the Gibraltar, what's that, oh, and they got down on their knees and started sucking. Reconquista, as the Moors are coming back. Oh, and they're done. So what happens then? All those people are going to get work permits or work visas and whatnot, right? And then because of this little idiot fucking idea called the Schengen zone, they can just fuck off into Britain, fuck off into France, fuck off into Germany, fuck off into wherever they like. Because there's no controls. So, nope. Europe is done. Europe is done. Yeah. Enforcement of a law is tantamount to having laws in the first place. Okay, I follow. However, not every ICE agent represents the whole. Yeah, obviously. Deaths are unnecessary, but that's the fault of the individuals, not the law. No, it's not the fault of the individuals. It's the fault of them on a whole. If you're willing to stand in a uniform and do all that, and and you all look the same, there's a reason for that. Because no, there's no individuality here. You all should be trained to the same standard. You all should be trained to the same efficacy. You all should be trained to the same everything, everything. Uh, because no, you can't just say like, oh, it was just him. No, it's piss poor training. And that's a problem with ICE right now, is like I said, ICE is piss poor training. Why does ICE have piss poor training? Because unfortunately, they're being forced to do a job that they're not chartered to do. They are not crowd control. They are not riot management. They are glorified judicial services. They are meant to go to somebody's house and effect a warrant. They are meant to stand outside the courtroom, much as a bailiff. Basically, ICE is supposed to be a bailiff. Basically, just a fat dude with a fucking donut patrol, right? As the guy comes out of the courtroom, he goes into ICE custody and then goes out. Never street, never this should be happening, ever. But because of the local government's refusal to work with ICE, they are forcing ICE into the position of having to go and get these people off the street. That's bad. So there's a combination of things that we're having here. Is poor ICE training, because they're never meant to fucking do this. That's not their job. And basically I would say, I'm trying to find a good word for it, but the bellicose actions of the local governments not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So they're supposed to be handing off of these people out of the courtroom, off into ICE custody. That's not happening. That's a problem. Being a so-called sanctuary city or anything like that is not fucking legal. Like, there's no legal basis to any of this, and that needs to stop immediately. It is not the individual ICE agent's fault. Sorry. To err is human. Then if you can't handle being part of a team, if you can't handle all this and that, then you need to, then don't wear a uniform, and you've obviously never worn one. Because no. You train together, you work together, you fight together, you eat together, you sleep together, you shit together, you fuck together, you fight together. That's the way it goes. And no. No. If you want to put on a black suit and bully yourself into it, then no, you have to be trained to do that. If you're not trained to do that, it's not a failure of the individual, it's a failure of the organization at large. They put you out there being Billy Badass. They dress you up like Billy Badass. They put you out there, but no fucking training. You're not meant to do this. Belligerent, good word. Yeah, it's the one I could find. I mean, I was trying belligerent, bellicose, right? What's my opinion on ICE? I already gave it. I think they're a glorified bailiff. They're supposed to be doing a job that they're not allowed to do. Therefore, they're being forced to go out on the street to do the job that they're not trained to do. So you have a bunch of different problems, and it's not shocking when things fuck up. I wouldn't shock that at all. Who do I blame for this? I blame local governments for not allowing ICE to do their job as they're chartered to do it. I blame, a lot of the blame, most of the blame goes on the local governments. I blame the administration for not enforcing the laws. Basically, this sanctuary city shit needs to go away. It needs to stop. It's causing problems, it's causing deaths, it's causing pain. I blame the local governments once again for not because you don't when you're it's not a protest when you are trying to stop an officer from doing his job. That is police interference. Just because you have 100 people now trying to stop an officer from doing his job does not make it then, just because a volume doesn't turn police interference into protest. Still police interference. That needs to be solved. That needs to be taken care of. The local police need to be rounding people up and just throwing those fuckers in jail. I don't care. It's police interference. Stop it. Shouldn't all Muslims be considered short? I don't give a fuck about Muslims. What the fuck you bringing them up for? I don't give a shit. No fucking shit's given. Not a thing I care about. I don't care about your religion. I don't care about your skin color. I don't give a flying fuck any of those little things that you think is interesting about you. Those are probably the least interesting things about you. Those are probably only brought up by people when they have no personality, no skills, no character, nothing else to put forward, no earned impact on the world. So you gotta pick your fucking skin color or your religion. Wonderful. Come back when you've got something to say. I don't know you, Johnny. You could be fucking awesome. Let's get to know each other. Let's see here. Federal government enters partial shutdown as Democrats revolt over. It's always I'm reading a right wing website, so it's going to be worded in a certain way. Yeah, sure. Federal government shutdown. Wonderful. Uh, as far as I see a definite financial collapse headed our way here pretty fucking soon. And I don't think that I'm wrong on that. If you look at the price of gold, if you look at what gold has been happening, I've been harping on this for the last week ever since I've been seeing the signs. Been like, oh shit, this is happening like right now. And then I think yesterday it just started to happen. I think gold took a hit. These different things take a hit. So what's happening now is basically I thought Trump would be better at the economy than he is. He he's turned out to be one of the shittiest presidents when it comes to the economy that I could. Him and Biden are pretty fucking close. So far, I'm not sure which one's worse. Um, I mean, at least Trump is there. At least Trump is alive. At least he's trying. So, I mean, we'll give him some points for that. But no, no. I mean, so the Titanic has already hit the iceberg, right? They're just not telling you, right? I had to have a toke myself. Yeah, thanks, buddy. This is my people, my people. One person. Okay, great. Yes, you are. You are one person. Damn, you really know me. Ah, I already read that. Sorry. Anti-ICE mob clashes with federal agents outside detention center. And no, that should not be happening. I'm sorry, but that should not be happening. I know people are upset. I know everything's, but that's, dude. Have you ever decided to fight a cop on the pavement? Hey, did you win that fight? You never win that fight. You can go to in front of a judge, and you'd be shocked at how many times you win that fight. Like once a cop gets it in his mind that he's gonna do what he's gonna do, just go along with it. Just go along with it. He's a fucking psychopathic little fucking little idiot. Don't argue with him. Go in front of the judge. Every time I've been told to put my hands behind my back, and it's just like, yeah, this is happening. Like, there's no, why? What am I doing? What am I being arrested for? Why is this? Just do it. Just fucking do it. Just do it. You want to be real? Last time I got arrested, they cuffed me in front of me. For real. Like, my hands in front. I was so rad, dude. I was dressed in my suits. You know, my suits that I wear? I was dressed like all fucking suits. I had my gold chain for my pocket watch, you know, everything there, and my nice shoes and all that. And the officer told me he was arresting me. So I was like, okay. And I just stood there and he went off and he did something else. I stayed there. So because it was like, dude, last thing you want to do is have those fuckers come find you. It doesn't get more fun like the more you make them work because they don't like work. So the more you make them work, the meaner they get. It's best just to make it. They're lazy, just let them do it. So I stood there. He came back. He was kind of shocked that I was still there, but I was like, yeah, you told me to stay here, so I fucking stayed here. So he's like, all right, and he put the cuffs in the front of me, let me go. Because I guess he was looking at me at this point, just being like, nah, if he was gonna, he was gonna. But so it's pretty rad. You ever get the cuffs put in front of you? I was like, all right, I must be somebody. uh, Sorry, I gotta go back there. Are we all smoking weed? Yes, we're all smoking weed, but no. Like, no, I have to duck off of it because YouTube, bunch of fuck faces, they'll let AI just run all over this channel, but me taking a toke, oh my God. Ridiculous. They'll let people get pissed drunk on here and drink themselves stupid, but I can't take a fucking toke of weed. Ridiculous. Union fatal between the okay, well that's a 1999 part of the okay, great. He always said tell him yes sir, no sir. Yeah, I mean, and even that like yeah, it's like so when like that's the thing. You don't want to ever be really friendly to a cop, but you don't want to be adversarial either. You don't want to talk to the cop like, "Hey, how are you going? Where are you going today?" He can go fuck himself, sit and spin on where I'm going today. But the correct answer is silence. Just don't answer it. Um, they're gonna ask you a few times, where are you going? Where'd you come from? Where's this? Where's that? None of those questions have to do with the reason they pulled you over or what the fuck is going. They're just fishing because these cocksuckers. Fuck them. I fucking hate the police. I fucking hate police. Oh my God, I fucking hate them. But there are ways to get around them so you don't got to deal with them. If you hate them as viscerally as I do, you want to limit that confrontation as much as possible. So just answer the questions. Yes, no. Here's my ID, here's my registration, here's my insurance. And what? Where am I going? Where am I coming from? It's not your fucking. Mm-mm. Don't answer questions like that. Don't be friendly with them. That's not your friend. Just answer the questions they have and just try to get it along. They're a bunch of dickbags. I fucking hate the police. You have cat hair on your shirt. Dude, for real. See this thing here? So this is my like trying to get these cats under control. Fucking hair. You see that? Ah! Yeah. Thanks for pointing that out. Nah, thanks. I do need to get a brush on it though. Um, yeah, I think I have a special brush over. I think it's just right over here. Somebody points it out, might as well deal with it. All right. All right. Ah, cockeyed. Oh, cockeyed. You got it. You ever do that with your phone? You got to set it up just so. Do you ever see this? So this is what I use. Okay, now that's a part of who I am. This is part of like my thing, right? I try to be extremely conservative with my money. I know where every drop of water is. I know all my electricity usage. I know all my fuel usages. I use very little food. I eat nothing that comes out of a bag. All my shit is fresh. I eat every single day. It allows my food budget to be very low. I have leaving this house, I have one bag of trash, one regular kitchen size bag of trash leaves this house once every 2 weeks. That's it. just because of the way that I live and the way that I do, I have no packaging, I have no garbage, I just do not have these things that a normal household lives. Because I try to live, I try to take, I try to take these ethics and these values that I'm saying, I don't just say them. Like there's like a mental block in my head that doesn't allow me to do this. You know, that's, that's like being wealthy in poverty is fucking amazing, right? But there's a way to do it. This is one of those ways where you'd go to the store and maybe buy like one of those rolls with a sticky paper and whatnot that you got to peel off. And then what do? You just throw it away. And you have to go buy another one. It's just you're consuming, you're consuming, you're consuming. Is that what you are? You're no better than yeast in a fucking vat, right? Making a product for somebody else. What eventually happens to the yeast? Think. So while everybody else is drinking your fucking drinking your product, you know, that's my perspective. Oh damn, gotta fucking I need to eventually, I need to make myself a phone thingy. Ugh, I'm sorry about this. So I don't have a phone mount. You know, most people, I think most people kind of do what I do. You just figure it out. Anyway, these are wonderful. So what it is, there's pieces of carpet on either side, right? And they go in one direction. Right. So this goes, it catches from one direction, it's smooth, and then it catches. So what it does, I can take that. It's like a cat's tongue, you know, and it gets rid of this stuff. See, like that. You just take it off, and then you just use it again. You know, see, you just take it off. Yeah, you just use it again. See, you just get all that crap off of you. Let's throw it away. See, so go out and get yourself one of these, you know. They'll be like $10, but you can keep it, keep it by your door, you know, on your way outside of the house or something like that. Keep it in your car. I actually have two of these. I bought them in a 2-pack. They're often sold in 2-packs. I do keep one in my vehicle, and I have one inside my house because, you know, maybe you just saw a really cute fucking dog or something like that, and you're like, I must fucking mush that doggy. And then you get into it, and then you're like, oh, I'm covered, and so you can do that before you go back to work, right? Sometimes that has to happen. At least with me, that has to happen. Right. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to type in favorite rock band. Oh, the one I'm listening to right now is Link 80. Yeah, Link 80, Link 80. That's like that's yeah, if you ever I don't think you've ever heard of that band. I was sitting here like, yeah, if you ever heard of them, I will guarantee you that anyone who's ever watched me ever at all has never heard of that band. But maybe you will now. Link 80. The good people right from the start. Well, it just means that my cats are fucking all over me. They're insane. They're outside right now, I think. I know definitely one of them is. I have two cats. Ugh, and one of them is they're Apollo and Hermes, and they're brothers. I both got them out of the same litter, and uh, I knew who their father was, and I petted their mother many times. So and so when I found out she was pregnant, I was like, hell yeah, I want those. So I went and got a couple, and yeah, Apollo, we call him Apollo the Vast because he's over 30 pounds now, and he's 3 feet long. He's so big. Have I ever heard of Motionless in White? No, I have not. Ever. No, no. So the type of music that I'm into, if you ever looked up Link 80 real quick, you would see immediately what type of music I'm into. It's gonna be like thrash, thrash punk, right? So I would like a lot of like late 80s, early 90s thrash punk. I think was a real good time for thrash. Um, Not thrash metal, right? Thrash punk, there's a bit of a difference. They can get really close together, but they're different. Um, I like Link 80 because of the ska element. You're right. That's how you could pretty much date that music. Be like, oh, I know when that's from and whatnot. Yeah, the ska element is really cool. Um, East Bay hardcore scene, right? Um, yeah, like old stuff like Operation Ivy is fucking rad. Um, yeah, stuff like that. Hey, Paul. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Yeah, no, it's been fun. But yeah, Link 80. I wanna get one of those vinyls. Now that I can I'm gonna get a new record player. And then eventually then I'm gonna get some more vinyl records. I've been missing them. Been missing that sound, right? It's just fun to play. It's fun. Yeah, nobody says, "Man, I miss that old 8-track quality." Right? But it was kind of funny. I remember seeing 8-tracks when I was a kid. 8-tracks were still around. Yeah, you'd still find them. I'd still see 8-tracks in a vehicle or like the 8-track tapes. It's like because people still had 8-track collections around. I still remember those things. I never. I think I maybe used an 8-track maybe like once or twice as a kid, but yeah, live vinyl. So glad it's coming back. Yeah, well, vinyl's always been a real thing in the punk rock scene. So that's like, um, so that's my one like my one because like a big way to collect music in the punk rock scene has always been pressed vinyls. Always been. Um, so you get these an actual LP, right? you know, an actual EP. You get these actual records that where these things actually matter. Or when it says limited press, it's like, hell yeah, limited press. You have only a run of so many of this, right? And you have that. I think that's really awesome. I used to have a big record collection, but then, it's just I didn't have a big one, but I used to have one. And, you know, I came to Alaska and my life changed quite a bit. But yeah, I want to get it back because yeah, it's fun. Records are more fun, right? Than just listening to Spotify. I like Spotify. I have a subscription for that and I use it and I like it because I'm able to like kind of be like, oh yeah, that one band or yeah, or just discovering new things, kind of interesting. Although it's harder to discover new good music today because we're at that point in creativity where I think most everything is derivative, unfortunately. If you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the case. So it's hard to find anything, you know, that that is like good. It's just not, yeah. And it sounds so much better. Yeah, yeah, it's like it's there, especially with some musics, like say if I'm gonna listen to like if I'm gonna listen to like BB King, or even like if I'm gonna listen to like older stuff like that, I definitely want to listen to that on a record because it's like kind of, or like Queen. Fuck yeah, Queen on a record, because it's just like, because that's how they recorded it. That's how they heard it. Or the Beatles, right? That's vinyl all day long. I mean, that's how you want to listen to that because that's how they made that. I mean, you got this new music, this mumblefuck music they make, or whatever they're coming out with. Basically, modern pop music or black music in general is like fucking bad. It's real bad. Like they all just sound like each other. It's not, dude, my my middle school teacher, when she just found out what rap was in 1991 and decided to rap for the kids in the class, did a better job of rapping than today's inner city blackest of the black motherfucker. Like the guy who says finna constantly, she's better than him. They suck. They just suck. They look like they just fell out of a fucking Lucky Charms box. Like, I'm supposed to think you're supposed to open this motherfucker up and find a prize. Anyway, it's not good music. Not good music. The Queen is the shit, yeah. I want to see your cat if they come into the room. Hell yeah. If they come in here, they're outside playing around right now. They live animals, they're kind of like monstrous creatures, glowing eyes, yeah. Yeah, I used to have a ferret. That's so funny you bring that up. I used to have a ferret when I was in my early 20s. He was funny. His name was Rocco, and he'd follow me everywhere in that house. Anytime I come home, he'd be right at my feet, and then I'd have to pay attention to where I was walking or anything around because I know he's gonna be at my feet, just looking up at me. That's all. I'd have to chase him around, and he'd be like, bounce around and do all that. He was so funny. He was cool. Yeah, the good little guy. The ferrets are the best. Yeah, they're funny. They're so funny. I wish I could have one. My cats are pretty rad. But yeah, they're like, and when they bond with you, when they attach to you and they like you and all that, like it's for real. Like they really care. Like they really attach to you. Like my cats. People say like, um, oh, cats don't care about their owners. They just, do whatever they want. And it's like maybe you're just like not receptive of that, or maybe the cat just doesn't care about you, because that's totally fucking true. But when a cat picks a person, tell that person. Try telling that person that cats don't care about you, because oh my God, try sometimes to get this cat not to care about you. Sometimes you're just like, get the fuck away from me. I just want some time. But they're like, nope, love me, cuddle me. It's like, and my cat's on me, sleeping every night. They follow. I can walk around in the forest. My cats will follow me everywhere. They're just following. I have to be super careful when I have my shotgun or when I have any weapon on me and I want to go shooting. Oh my God, I have to be so careful and just like eyes out for those fucking animals, because after a first shot or two they'll run away, they'll get away, but Until then, they just don't get it. It's like, dude, I don't like get off my fucking target, dude. You're sitting there, you line it up, and you got a cat run up and just plop himself right in front of your target. You're like, for real, dude? For real? Did you just do that? Like, oh, it's so stupid. Uh, a bandit. Yeah, there's so much energy. Did he hide things? Um, I can't remember if he did or not. I don't remember. I know I had my cat at that time. My old kitty cat. She's buried right over there. I loved her. But he used to get right up underneath of her and flip over and then go right at her belly and there's nothing she could fucking do about it. She was like, fuck this thing. Like, cause she was a bully, she'd bully the other animals and whatnot, but then he'd come straight up underneath of her and she couldn't like she could fight things bigger than her because she could get at them, but something smaller coming like right up underneath of her, mm-mm, fucking high centered her ass every time. That ferret would fuck her day. It was so funny to watch. She'd have to run away and then jump up on a chair because he would just commence to kicking her ass. It was just, and I'm sitting here just laughing, just watching it. Just being like, oh my God, dude. That's wonderful. Oh, that's wonderful. Watching a cat gets its ass kicked by a ferret. Every time I've watched it, I've never seen a cat come out on top with a ferret because, the cat, what it's going to do is it's going to try to grab, it's going to kick, it's going to start kicking with those back feet. It wants to latch on and kick, but the ferret just starts to go away. It just goes away. And the cat's left being like, "Oh," and then it's now up in their belly. And then the ferret just starts to fucking bite the shit out of their belly. Or like it gets what he used to do is go to her back end, like right to her crotch, basically, under her thighs and everything, and just start biting the fuck out of the inside of her legs. It's just like, dude, you are diabolical. You're terrible. You know? Yeah, they have a personality. Oh fuck, for sure they do. Yeah. This is my bag. The brown bag is being broken out. Uh, yeah. In case you know what this brown bag is. I have so much of that crap that I literally just keep it in a brown fucking paper bag by the bushel. And I don't keep it in a jar. I don't keep it in a. I just don't care. You know, I just don't care. There's. It's not one of my high value things. I don't know. It's, it's like a, it's like wind, you know? There'll be more. Anyway, I have to go off the camera. All right. But yeah, I just keep it. It's my big brown paper bag. My brown paper bag. I used to drink alcohol out of a brown paper bag. I was thinking the other day. Oh fuck. Anyway, I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, dude, I used to drink like I used to drink a lot. A lot. How I used to start the day was with a 40 ounce of it was generally Old English. I mean, Mickey's acceptable, but like Old English was kind of my jam, right? So I would drink the Old English down to the label, and then I would have a bottle of either Night Train or like Mad Dog 2020, right? Or like Boone's Farm, something like that, right? And you drink the oldie down to the label, and then you fill it back up with, other thingy, right? And then that would be my drink for uh, the morning. Yeah, we called them, I think they were called Snoopies, but yeah. His computer knows he used to drink a lot. Yeah, his computer. Yeah. Oh, his computer. Yeah. Oh. So what he's talking about, he's giving me shit because I for fucking real legit dump. No, that wasn't like I like that was like not even my drinking a lot stage. That was me just being drunk once and being very stupid. No, but good for calling me out for that one. I dumped a Bloody Mary on my fucking laptop on a live stream. So stupid. So fucking stupid. Yeah, I'm still paying for that one. But anyways, um, that was like a year ago. But yeah, no, that was just me being drunk on New Year's Eve. That wasn't even me drinking a lot. No, I used to drink like every day, like all day long, every day. It was bad. That was like in my early 20s though. Yeah, it was a different thing. It was a different, well, up until my later 20s. Up until I went to France. France was kind of my there's a me before France and there's a me after France. Um, when I came back, I had enough time to really think and square my life and to see what I wanted, see what I didn't. I had a lot of, I had a bit of sobriety. I was, you know, yeah. So when I came back, I just didn't relate to anybody anymore. I wanted something that was completely different than what they wanted. Like I wasn't really, before that, it was a lot of hedonism, you know, get drunk and fuck, fight, drink, fuck, fight, drink. Um, After that, a desire for something a bit more long term. Well, yeah, I mean, and that makes sense too, because before, I didn't want to be alive. I wanted to die. I hated my life. There was no reason for me being here. So yeah, it was hedonism, right? I didn't see a future. And then after, you know, I I didn't want to die anymore. And so the things that I started to go for after that were more long-term benefit, and my life, my personality, everything really changed. It's super weird how it happened. Like you could see two different people. um and it doesn't often happen to somebody where your whole personality can kind of, not whole personality, but like your values, like a fundamental value set can completely change and happen in a over a lifespan in a pretty short amount of time, right? Yeah. Yeah. How long was I in France? Not long. Not long. Not long. Not long. I just went there. I had an adventure, and yeah, it's not very long at all. I went there to go join the French Foreign Legion, and I I was there long enough to know exactly what I wanted and why I wanted it. I met a lot of really cool people, people that I'm still very good friends with today. Um, I think all of us had to settle with the disappointment of why we went and what we got. But fuck yes to trauma bonding. Nah, yeah, it's sort of a system shock, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I can't speak for anybody else, but for me, there was a fundamental change at that moment in my life. Like a fundamental, like, rearranging of everything, right? French women are very friendly. Oh yeah. They fight. They fight. Holy shit. You want to get punched by a woman, that's going to be a French woman. They just don't have any compunction about putting hands on a man. Holy fuck. When a French woman drinks, she's going to fucking hit something. She's going to hit you. The same. But they're very beautiful and they're very friendly, and I love them. She's gonna hit you. Fucking, oh, that's funny. Uh, do I feel like it became more of who I truly are? Yeah. Well, no, you're always who you truly are. You know what I'm saying? It's just being away from that self-hate, right? It's not hating yourself. Not like looking at your life and saying like, well, I grew up shit, always getting beat, always getting everything. You always get handled, right? Um, and then you come out of that with very little self-worth. And then maybe like now you like I ran away from home when I was young. So then I was just homeless. And then there's no path out of that. And then you just get thrown away and then you become more and more worthless. And then you're like, I'm worthless, right? So you drink, just drugs, just do whatever you can because it's like I'm worthless. Um, but then you think, but you got I'm appreciative that there was a path out of it. It just took like really unorthodox thinking. Just took real unorthodox thinking to try to get around it. At some point, you have to, um, I don't know. At some point, it needs to tip, right? I think for everybody, they call it like rock bottom, for people or whatnot. But there's always a new rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? There's always a new rock bottom. But I sort of think of it as like a tipping point, like that point where like I said, you don't want to die anymore. You don't hate yourself anymore. So therefore, you stop looking for these very short-term solutions, these very short-term gratifications, right? And then you start looking for something a bit more long-term. And so when you have something more long-term, then that can pay off down the road. Now you're thinking, oh, I did something that paid off down the road. That's a little bit more self-worth. That's a little bit more, worth to yourself. That's like, oh, I did that. Where's the evidence? Bam, it's right there. Right? Whereas if it's short-term gratification, you don't really have that, like, I did a thing and it paid off. There's never that opportunity for you, right? Um, yeah. ghost dream. Yeah. See, that's all existentialism and stuff like that. And I don't get into that. Respectfully, I don't get into that. I just think like um I'm a very black and white person. I play in the world of is and the is not, right? Uh, the do and the do not, the up and the down, the left and the right, light and the dark. I understand there's a gradient of in-betweens, but I don't like that's where discussion is made. So, um, for example, you drive in a car, you're coming up to a split in the road, right? You have to take a right or a left. I don't give a fuck how far right or left you go. Are you going right or left? Right. We could talk about how much you want it after this and the this and that and or the should the road be that way or should they everything. I don't fucking care. Is the light on or is it off? Right? I think a lot of people they spend too much time in the in between. They spend too much time in living in that gray area without ever answering the major question, right? Identify which direction you're headed first, and then you can fine tune. People are too interested in fine tuning. I'm not, I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in gods. I don't believe in fucking lives lived lost. I don't believe in nothing like that. All of that is complete and absolute utter horse shit. I deal with what is in front of me, what's on the table, what's right there. If I can, that's what I'm dealing with, right? Yeah, and it's not. I'm not trying to rag it, but I'm just trying to give you my perspective of why I think the way I think. Where I am in life. A lot of people they want to do this spirituality thing. That's nah. I don't. I don't. It's it's so fundamentally alien to me to think that way, right? Yeah, storyline. Yeah, I mean, it's cool to think like I would, don't get me fucking wrong. I would love magic to be cool. I would love all that things to be cool. I would love heaven to be real. I would love there to be afterlife. I would love for all this shit. That's fucking wonderful. Tell me some stories, make a movie about it. I'll go watch it. Suspension of disbelief, let's get into it. However, when I'm dealing with real life and everything around me, I'm kind of just like based in reality. It's just the way it is. I would love all this stuff. You know, I'm jealous of my life as well. I'm like, I don't want to die. I think that sucks. You know, I hate the idea of just blipping away and then all of this is gone. Everything is gone. It's just like, you have to think about stuff like, why am I? That's when you start thinking, why am I even here? Stuff, right? But that's when I'm like, well, nope, that's not the conversation I want to have. The conversation I'm having right now, I am here, fact, and I have a daughter, okay? And what is my job? Okay, why is the plant here? The plant is here, establish roots, grow, flower, leave seeds, die. Let's be very real about my place on this planet. What is my job here? It is to lay roots. It is to grow. It is to flower. It is to leave seeds and die. It is my job to find the best roots possible, to grow as big as possible, to have the best flower as possible so that I can lay those seeds in the best dirt possible. So that when I die, I have a fucking garden that, that all say my name. That's immortality to me. But that's the very real. A lot of people they'll spend a lifetime asking them the question, why am I here? They're like the same fucking reason everybody else is here, guy. You don't need Voltaire to fucking tell you that. You don't need goddamn you don't need any deep thinker to fucking tell you anything more than that. Just look at the goddamn tree. Ask yourself the same damn question. You aren't special. None of us are special. That's the thing. We think we're special. We're not special. None of us are special. You're no special than the fucking tree. You're no different. Your vascular system, you have a tree has one too. You're fucking thing. Yeah, you take in nutrients. How different are you? You really, at the end of the day, when the lights go out at the end of time, you're really not that fucking different. And your purpose is the exact same. Yeah, it's just that tree kid. That tree doesn't get to cut itself up into nice thin strips and write about itself. Yeah, so right. Do I like McDonald's? You're McLovin this game. Oh, you're awesome, dude. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. I think everybody'd be a liar if they say they didn't like McDonald's. Do I go and eat McDonald's? No, I don't. But yeah, will I fucking pound down on some Mackie D fries? Fucks yes. Do I? No. No, I don't. If you confess with all your, oh Jesus fuck. Yep, don't give a shit. I think that's like one of the lowest IQ fucking things on the planet. You can be on your religion, do what you want, but no, in order to think like that, you have to have a whole lot of apologetics working. You have to have a whole lot of you have to have a whole lot of ignorance working. You have to it's that type of person who says like, "Oh, the proof of all this." Well, look around you. Okay, thanks. Do you smoke with weed? Perhaps. Anyway, like I said, this is a I keep it in a big brown paper bag behind me. Um, I don't have very much. I don't have a very. I don't have a great respect for the shit. I just. I don't keep it in a jar or in a thing, or I just have. And I have a lot of it, so I just keep it in a brown bag. It's like, you know, I don't pay for it, so right. Say from Alaska? No, I'm not from Alaska. I am in Alaska. I am from Montana. Right. Let's be clear on that. I always think it's super weird. Americans have this weird adaptation to themselves that nobody else quite does. So if you grew up in Montana and now you live in Alaska, you are not from Alaska. I'm from Montana. Super weird. I had to deal with people like this in Montana, like so they or people in Alaska, they do it all the time. So this guy has a very clearly Southern accent. Yet he's like, well, I'm an Alaskan. Like, no, you're not. You're you're Georgian. I hear that. I hear that. You're Georgian. But like, I mean, I know Atlanta when I hear it. But anyways, but they're like, well, I've been here 20 years. I don't give a fuck how long you've been anywhere. You're still that. You're still, you are culturally, you are who you are. You are who you are. Just be who you are. But now you live in another place. That's fine. You're a transplant. You're a fucking immigrant. That's okay. We are allowed in the United States to immigrate from one to another. That's allowed to happen here with very little process. But don't be wrong, that's what you're doing. Like, it's so weird. It's so weird. Americans have this weird idea that the United States is not still states. Like like they have like this I think at some point the American mind started to think of a state as if it was a province, right? Wrong go, dum dum. Wrong go. A state is a state. Do you not have legislature? Do you not have judicial? Do you not have executive? What's that? Sounds like you have a functioning state. Do you not have borders? Do you not have residency and such? That's called a functioning state. If the republic around you were to go away, guess what would happen? What should happen is nothing. because your state should be functioning as such, right? The word united in front of the rest of it means a togetherness. Can't believe I'm having to explain this word, but Americans, screw that one on. You are the United States of America. You're not provinces, you're not regions, you're not departments, you're not territories, you're states. Start fucking acting like it. Oh my God. You are basically the United States of America is a very strong and effective what the European Union wishes it was. And this idea, people call them, we're a republic, we're a republic. Yeah, in such as that you are represented. However, you're a federation. Strap that one on. Hey, buddy, how are you doing? Hi. You want to come up here? You want to get some loves? Come on, buddy. Oh, I know you want it. Hermes, come on, buddy. Hey, hey, come on, jump up on me. Come here. Don't make me come get you. You gonna make me come get you? No, you're getting agitated, huh? Hey, hey, come here. Come here. Come here, kitty, 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 kitty. Come on. You want to do it? Oh, I knew you wanted to. You. Oh, I knew you wanted to. This is Hermes. Oh, buddy. Oh, he's awesome. Uh, the cat, yeah. Here, Montana is beautiful. Montana used to be beautiful. Now it's full of fucking Californians and shitbags who go there and claim to be Montanan. And Montana has this weird ass thing where they allow billboards. They call themselves the Big Sky State. Yeah. Um, they fill up half the fucking thing with billboards. It's stupid. It's stupid. Montana, they need to really, they need to stop the billboards. That's wrecking the state. It was, it's one of the things. That's what I appreciate about Alaska is that you're not allowed to have billboards up on the side of the road so that you can actually see the mountains, you can see the horizon, you can see the landscape. Montana is fucking billboards. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. Come see the big sky country. Yeah, well, you're fucking it up, man. Meanwhile, here's the irony of the whole thing. You got a 40 by 80-foot billboard, big white fucking billboard with big black block letters on it telling you with a big some scripture about Jesus and loving life and loving all this. It's like, dude, you seriously just blocked out all of creation for your fuckface statement. You win. You win. Tell me you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't need you blocking out creation to tell me to come to Jeebus. Fuck Jeebus, give me creation. Unfucking real. Ridiculous. I don't have a very high opinion of that. Yeah, he's feeling frisky. He's not really being into being held right now. He came up as a polite statement to me to say, "All right, I'm gonna do it," but he's eating food. Yeah. Chomp chomp. Oh, but yeah, no, Montana's. I want to go back. I really want to go back, but the population, like, so I went back home for the first time in like 23 years. I went back home to a friend of mine. A friend of mine still lives there. A lot of my friends still live there. So I went back home to go visit, and they like I used to drive from town to town, and there would be farm fields. There'd be fields, like hay fields mostly, because we grew up in a really horse-centric society. Um, so even myself growing up, we had a lot of horses. We had horses and mules, so I can fucking pack horses. Uh, I've worked with horses all growing up. But anyway, there were hay fields everywhere. Everyone had horses. hayfields everywhere. Now nobody has horses, and all those hayfields are gone, and they're all subdivisions. They're all like houses, all properties, all stuff, and it's like, and it's all really fucking gay too, because all these new houses everybody brings up, they all have that arch like roadway, and like they're a ranch, and like the house is all set up to look like a ranch, and everything. It's like, dude, a big truck in the driveway. It's like, fuck right off. You are none of those things. Just another outsider moved into Montana. Montanans, like actual Montanans who grew up there, we're very xenophobic of all of the rest of you. Very xenophobic. Like, fuck you, die, go away. Why are you here? Um, and I think that's healthy. I think Alaska can be that way too. I think that's okay. That's fine. It allows a people to be a people. You know what I'm saying? Without too much outside interference. Because what's happened in Montana is, I grew up in a society where like everybody there were loggers. Like if you didn't work at the aluminum plant, you worked for Plum Creek, or if you didn't work for them, then you worked for one of their contractors, like as a sawyer, like cutting down like a logger, one of the truck drivers. Like everybody lived off of this. Everybody, like you're bringing in truckloads for the bauxite and different things like that, and we had these bright green signs. It was said this family supported by timber dollars. They were everywhere. You'd see those. It was a very proud people, very proud culture. Like I said, everybody had horses. Not everybody, but there were a lot of horses around. And then it all went away. Um, it started to change. Like the leftists really got in control in government. The hippies got in control. And then went away our logging. There went away our mining. Went away everything. They turned us into a servant society. They turned all the locals, they turned the actual Montanans into a servant class that was meant to basically work the fucking restaurant and server positions for the new rich people that they were going to bring in for the land prices of Montana. Because Montana was supposed to be like this great, like, oh, place where you can get away, where the rich people could go buy their fucking 40 acres. You know what I'm saying? And then we were just supposed to sit there on our fucking knees and serve them. I fucking hate them. I fucking hate them. And that's why I'm not there now. People like me, Montanans like me, a lot of us, we fucked off to Alaska. A lot of us. There's an expat Montana community up in Alaska. A large amount of us. And it's because we can't go back. Montanans will always be Montanans. You're rarely ever going to find, much like you find a lot of other states, they'll try to affect themselves like membership in a different state or as a different state, and you're not. That's not who you are. And a Montanan, trust me, Montana is not a type of person that you're gonna catch doing this. You know what I'm saying? We're very proud, very proud. Yeah, you can't be so xenophobic of other people that are Americans, just because you're from a different state, not from here, right? You can't be that xenophobic and not be extremely proud of where you're from. That's so funny. Oh, you can see this fucking thing running from there. Looking straight across my face, huh? Yeah, the older I'm getting, the more I can see it. Starts fucking way up. Fucking wow. Straight across. Crazy. Crazy. The older I get, the bolder it stands out. What happened? Oh, fucking just life, dude. Uh, life. You live it hard, man. Oh yeah, Beetlejuice is his live stream. Love Montana. It's there isn't anything out there. Yeah, I think that's part of the point. So there's not supposed to be anything anywhere. Not that you said there was. But it's land that traditionally we would be using it for, the United States would be using that for a lot of grazing. There should be a lot more cattle, a lot more cattle going on around there, you know. Jeez. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. You called him. How many times though? I think he only said his name twice though, man. Trying to save up to move. Yeah. Just don't fucking like profanity. Oh, that's fucking funny. Trying to save up to move. Move into the mountains here in Montana. Yeah, I probably want to move. I've been so I have this place in Alaska, but I want to go back home, right? Because Alaska is not my home. I'm a Montanan. So I want to go back home. I'm from Flathead Valley. And so properly, if I was going back to my county, I'd be going back to Flathead County. Um, I just it's just so different. There's so many people there now that it's and and they're all expats. Like they're all immigrants, from like fucking Virginia or Florida or New York or fucking California or wherever. Bunch of fucking immigrants. So I oh, and yeah, be clear. That's how Montanans talk about other people. Be very clear about that. You can be from Morocco or you can be from Virginia. You're a fucking immigrant. So, so, um, but yeah, so I was thinking about maybe Missoula. So I have a daughter and she's really good at art and stuff like that. And I have to think more about her future than mine. Um, I want to be able to give her opportunities, right? And so I'm I'm more partial to the western side of Montana. That's why I'd rather be in Missoula. Missoula is a really nice scene for a kid, especially a young adult, like if she's gonna grow up and uh it'd definitely up my chances of finding a wife. That's for sure. Missoula is a pretty good town. Um, and it's maintained the same population for about this last 20 years. It hasn't really grown, decline, or anything like that. So I'm thinking, all right, that's a pretty good sign right there. It's fucking liberal, but it's like I you know, I'm fine. I live in a place that wants to be like their own like Christian religious state anyways, or their own tribal state. Like these people are insane in Alaska. So I think I can handle Missoula. The hippies, I can handle fucking hippies. I don't like hippies, but I can handle hippies. They're fine. Nice talking to you. See, patiently wait to say it one more time. That's funny. Take care. Nice to meet you, Hammy. Smoking those trees. I in my hometown and love it. Sydney. Wow, Sydney. What a small fucking town. Wow. Yeah, so my family is actually from like from when they first so my family first came to Montana in about like the 18 what like the 1880s, 18 late 1870s, early 1880s, right in there. So they came in from Minnesota, from Stearns County or some shit like that. They came in with the railway. They were building the railway on the High Line. So my family was one of those. They built the railway coming in. And then they worked on the railway. And so yeah, one of those towns up around in there. So yeah, yeah, Sydney and all that. And then so a lot of my family, and then they became like uh you'll find them all around like Great Falls and Helena. Um all around in Great Falls, Helena area. Yeah. They've been there for over 100 years at this point. Yeah. We're the first generation to kind of leave the state. The rest of them didn't. Um, well, not true. The one before me kind of did, but I need to go back. Yeah. Yeah, it has to happen. Yeah. But Sydney, wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Small little town. Let's go to Helena. Oh, Helena stinks. That fucking paper mill and all that. Ugh. It just stinks. And to me, I'm partial to mountains. Like I like to look at. So if as far as hunting goes, I would say the eastern part of Montana. Hell yeah, stick around Helena and all that. But um, I I want to go see. I want to go see shows. I want to go maybe be in a band again. With find some friends and go play music. I want to uh be able to do. I think Missoula is more for me. Helena probably has more opportunity. If you're younger or anything like that and you're headed out, Helena's probably, or Great Falls has more opportunity. Um, yeah, one of those two. Yeah. But I mean, but then you're just dealing with the eastern half of Montana, and that place can get butt fucking cold. Holy shit. It's so cold. I don't like it, but you're probably used to it. I hate it. Ugh. You want to live in the countryside? Yeah, yeah, that's like a big town. Well, yeah, I guess. Yeah, yeah. I mean, just pick your poison. A good are cottages to live in. There are no cottages. There are no cottages in Montana. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? A cottage. We don't we don't do that in America. A cottage would be a farmer's shack. Farmers, it's specifically a not a farmer, specifically a cow herder, a cotter. A cotter lives in a cottage. A cotter takes care of cattle. That's why a cottage pie is made with beef. Right. Here we have ranchers, and the shacks the ranch hands lived in, they were not even as good as a cottage. I'm gonna build a cabin in the woods someday. Yeah, I live in what you could technically call this a cabin. Um, so I would define a cabin as a building that has no running water, has no plugged in electricity. Well, it could have electricity, but it definitely doesn't have running water, and it shouldn't have a floor. That's a proper cabin. Um, Now, if you have a floor, it's not gonna break, whatever. But no, it's more like a shed. Turns it from a cabin into a shed, right? But anyway, so a cabin you live in, but now once you get a floor in it, you get all these other. Now we're talking about like it becomes a home, becomes a house, right? A cabin to me is people talk about. There's rich fucks that'll have like $1 million cabin, or if your cabin has windows and it's totally heated and all this and that, and it's you have electricity going into it and the lights all turn on and you have a nice wonderful wood floors and all that, that's not a fucking cabin, that's a house. That's a house. I think people throw that word cabin around way too much, way too much. A cabin is like fit for animals and maybe the building you started out in, but it's not a thing to live in. You want a house. Like, and if you want to make it look like a log home, oh, that's a log house. Oh, okay. Well, it's not a cabin. It's not a cabin. It's a log house. There's a huge, massive difference, at least to me, but I can be super fucking pedantic when it comes to this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, rich people move into Montana and build the yep. And so I think you understand. So there's a Montanan. So you'd understand like how xenophobic we are, how like much we hate outsiders. And it doesn't matter if you're from fucking Iowa. It doesn't matter if you're from California. It doesn't matter if you're from New York or Vermont or Florida. No shit's given. You're still an immigrant and you're not welcome. It's it's just the way it is. And like I said, I think that's healthy. I think that is it allows local culture to develop without interference from outside, without somebody without a bunch of people buying up land and then just changing your fucking local culture, just changing everything and demanding the laws be changed just because now they all vote they come from a shitty ass place thinking things are shitty there, but then they come into your place changing the laws because they know how things are done. The fuck? No, 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 no. Felix from Stray Kids, look it up. Oh God, I'll look it up. I'll look it up, but I don't know if I want to. I don't live on stolen land. It's fucking conquered. Get it figured out. Nobody woke up. Nobody fucking woke up, went outside and said, "Where's my fucking land? Oh, it's gone. Da, da. Fucking lost it." Did you what? Did you put it in your other pants? And I found it and took it? Fuck you. It was conquered. You don't like that? Fuck you again. It was conquered. You don't like that? Fuck you again. It was conquered. The only thing you don't like is because you conquered it from the fucker before you and you couldn't fucking hold on to it. Fuck you. It was conquered. You don't like that? Suck a dick. I don't have to fucking care. It pissed me the fuck off. Stolen. Call me a fucking thief. You didn't walk out your fucking parking lot that day and go, "Where's my fucking land?" No, you know exactly what the fuck happened to it. You know exactly what the fucking happened to it. And chances are, what the fuck tribe you're from, look at the tribe next to you. That's the fucking problem that you had. Live in Montana? Fucks yes, dude. Hell yeah. And I'm not a fucking MAGA supporter, so get that right, you fucktard. God damn. I'm not old either. I'm in my 40s. I feel young. Fucking idiots. Fucking coming around. Coming around like I haven't seen you before. Oh my God. Same hate? It's not hate. It's not hate. It's not hate. You came in here fucking talking about people stealing shit. You came in here fucking talking about hate. I just had to correct you and tell you the facts of fucking history. It was conquered. You don't like that? Refer to the history book. I'm not here to argue the fucking point with you. And like I said, if you have a real fucking problem, look at the tribe next to you. I'll say it again. Chances are you fought with them for 1,000 fucking years and you were headed on to fight with them for 1,000 fucking more. Yet it was everybody else's problem. Fuck off. You Stone Age motherfucker. Boston, hell yeah, Boston's awesome. I've only been there one time. Who did you conquer it? You fucking conquered anybody. I don't care. What tribe are you from? I'll tell you. Chances are I fucking tell you. Boston. Boston's pretty rad. Boston's pretty rad. I traveled there one time. Um, I saw it was 2008, St. Patrick's Day. I watched Dropkick Murphys play. St. Patrick's Day, 2008. Yep. Yeah, that was 2008. Yep. Pretty awesome show. Really great show. Yep. You're awake. Oh God. Oh God. Then shut the fuck up and go away. You don't even have any. You don't even have a dog in the race. You're just coming in here to spew hate. That's all you did. That's all you did. You're new here. Down syndrome, did you? Love it. Love it. That's fucking funny. 2026. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. You're not gonna find. You're not gonna find much. I think Trump has pretty much lost control at this point. To be honest with you, lost control. I don't think there's a steering this one back on the road. But to be honest with you, he's handed a car that was fucking flying out of control. He just he just didn't do anything to help himself. Are you banned? Why would you be banned? Why would you be banned? There's people, you can talk all the shit you want as long as there's only very specific things that would get you banned. It's very specific. Other than that, I honestly don't care what you say. I mean, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. You could say like what I look like a thing, or I sound thing, or like you're stupid, or you're gay, or or you suck, or like it's just so normal at this point. Once you do live streaming for a certain amount of time, you just sort of like, I mean, at first it's like, oh, that's don't know how to take that, or maybe your blood pressure spikes seeing a thing, but now it's just like it's almost mundane, right? It's gotten to the point like, I don't know. I worry about the creativity of some people because you've seen the same comments so many. It's just like, oh yeah, that one. Yeah, but then there's some people that you're like, it gives you hope for humanity a little bit because they'll like hit you with this like pretty biting fucking hit, but it's really funny and true at the same time. You're just like, ah, fuck. I'm gonna mod that person. Like, and that's happened a couple times. I've modded them because I'm just like, and you'll see, like, there's one guy in here, that he talks, I think only his only comments are talking shit to me. And I modded him because he's legit funny and I like that. Right. Uh, it's paid to stream his echo chamber. Oh yeah, this is an echo chamber. Yeah, you don't get paid unless you're popular. But there's a different, yeah, there's a couple things. First, you don't get paid unless you're popular. And if anybody is reading these comments or anything like that and thinking this is an echo chamber, then wow, I would love it. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. It's who is that? You, fuckface Paul. You know damn straight who it is, dude. Paul is always sitting there in the background, just waiting like a spider, just like I'm gonna get him on this. I'm gonna get him. But it's no, Paul, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Yeah. Trolls should be entertaining. Well, I mean, that's the point of trolling, right? Is to be entertaining. Like you can tell the IQ of the person because they always think they're being entertaining. Right, but sometimes they're not. Oftentimes they're not. Right. You notice Paul, he's out there, he's back there, and I damn well know he is, like a spider waiting, but he doesn't speak up. He does when it hits. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's why he's blue. See. But yeah, because it's funny, because the things he says is fucking funny. But yeah. Anyway, reading the news more. Tulsi Gabbard in the news again. She's just it's pretty amazing. Democrats say Trump will use ICE as voter suppression tool. That just sounds stupid. That you're reaching. Like you're reaching so fucking hard. What? Who claims that? Who claims that? Watchdog group American Oversight filed a Freedom of Information Act request to ICE, Border Patrol, and National Guard Bureau and the Justice Department to find any plans to deploy immigration authorities at or near polling places in the upcoming midterm elections. Oh hey buddy, how you doing? You want to come up here? Oh, god damn. Jesus fucking hell. Fucking Christ. Um, damn it. Sorry. Apollo's very big. Do you notice the difference between Apollo and Hermes? Um, so Apollo, this is why his name is Apollo the Vast, is he is a very big cat. Oh, good boy. You know, he's a very big cat. Oh, god damn. Look how big his paws are. Look how big those damn things are. Fucking huge. Ugh. These things are massive. These mitts are massive. For a cat? Oh god. Okay, let me get around here. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I get around him. He's a very big guy. He's like I say, he's a bit over 30 pounds. Oh god, fucking damn it. He weighs more than the bag of cat food. He weighs two bags of cat food. He wants outside. I'm gonna go let him out. And that's I get that cat hair on me. He wants to go outside. I gotta go to let him out real quick. There you go, buddy. Wonderful. Uh, that cat is so big. Oh my god. He's a monster. Anyway, give it treats. I would, but I don't have any treats to give him. And he doesn't need any more treats. That thing is so crazy. Oh my goodness. Not for no reason. He's done more than most presidents. I mean, he's done more than most presidents, yeah, but not most good. Like, I would argue that. Um, I'm not impressed with the economy. I think the crashing of the dollar is not too impressive. Uh, I think anyone who offers you a uh, a 70-year mortgage is a dickbag to your face. No, 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 no. He can be better than a lot and still fucking shitty. But no. And a lot of these problems were a lot of the problems that we're having right now and that we're about to have, honestly, they've been brewing since 2008. We never really allowed that to happen. The quantitative easing, the pumping of the money into the system to cover that and to make the system work was always unsustainable. This is always going to happen. And look at the amount of and basically COVID did a speed run on that problem. It took basically a problem that was manageable that we could get through. We could keep on fucking our system like this for the future. COVID put so much more money into the system, um, allowed rates to be unsustainable for so long, allowed debts to be unpaid for so long. Everything was just there's no coming back from that. I mean, the collapse has to happen. This has to occur. Like you can't. It's really frustrating. Well, I'm not a religious person, so I can't look at this like with faith or anything, like the faith in the dollar or anything like that. You just have to look at it for what it is. And it's like, well, no, this is a collapse. Call it a correction, call it what it is. I mean, I was saying a few days ago, I was like, guys need to start looking at fucking gold, and then what the fuck happened with gold, right? Kind of what I'm looking at, just being like, this is not a good, none of these are good signs. None of these are good signs. Um, this little pushback on gold, that's only going to lead to a spike. I see yeah, the dollar is it's not headed anywhere good. And there's no stopping it. It's just mathematically not there, not possible. But as far as this story right here, I was reading about Democrats claiming Trump administration will use ICE as voter suppression tool. They can't use ICE as a fucking illegal immigration suppression tool. How the fuck are they going to use it for a voter immigration suppression tool? Get get real. They can't even use ICE to do their own job. Like, how could they? Ugh. That's stupid to even suggest. You know, DOJ announces federal civil rights probe into death of Alex Preddy. I mean, that's yeah, fine. That sounds like what should probably happen there. Uh, Trump rips after he's. Does he know what Fort Sumter was? Ugh, that's not good, man. Did Tim Walz suggest Minnesota was new Civil War? Oh, God. Well, it is. I mean, the Civil War has been going on kind of for some time. Honestly, if you want to ask me, the Civil War has been kind of brewing. If you want to ask me when it started, I would say uh, September 12th, 2001. I would squarely put the date of it right then. Either that or the passage of the Patriot Act. That was really the beginning of the end right there. Everything that really happened in the aftermath. That was it was not good. Anybody who lived before that, you're lucky to have seen it. Anyone who lived after that, and that is your normal, it's it's shitty because, like I said, I would make the argument that that's when the Civil War started, or that was when the pieces lined up right there. That was the instigation. That was when it happened, because we had the 80s, we had the 70s, the 60s, you know, but there's the 60s, there was a strife, there was the 70s and the 80s where there was the economic fuckery like crazy. But then 90s started to come back. It was a bit of a, you know, a bit of a time of hope. Everything's coming back, everything's crazy. Sure, Japan is coming in, but we started to learn to work with Japan. It was after the 80s when we were unsure of Japan's rise. But we learned in the 90s that we could work with Japan. Like Japan was actually fucking going to be cool. Um, and so yeah, it's amazing to think about, kind of like as a thought of experiment sometimes, It's not on the table, but what life would be like if there wasn't that one event, right? It's like fuck, things, wow. Would they be worse or would they be better? You never know. But uh yeah, I would say that's when that was that period right there. Everything was different. And you could all bring it back to one point, one thing, you know. Yeah. I don't need your phone number. 50 likes. I I don't think I'm at 19 right now. That's probably the most I've ever had, maybe, but I'm not used to live streaming this often, this long. So, that's a thing. That's a thing. Uh, but Trump signs order to launch IndyCar race in Washington for say again, what? Signed an executive order on to bring an IndyCar race called the why are we using executive orders for like what like is that necessary? Maybe I just don't understand the way that works, but it seems like it shouldn't take an executive order to have a race. I don't know. I don't know. And the gimmickry of the 250th, I mean, whatever. I do like the idea. I'm fucking sick to the back teeth of the ballroom. I don't like it. I think that pompous fucking buffoonery is regalia that we do not need in the United States. We fought against that shit. We were supposed to tell Europe and all your fuckery and finery to go find a dick and suck it because that shit does not fly here in the United States, you know? But no, no, that's what all of a sudden we're ballrooms and and greeting guests and no, no, no. This is America. Wipe your boots at the fucking doorway, right? Ballroom. You're lucky you have a parlor. Fuck off. You be greeted like a princess or a queen. Go do that in your own. No, no, I do not like this ballroom idea. Where pompery, where pompery and the fucking pinky finger can wave. I don't like that. Where there's separate classes that these classes now go and mingle amongst the elites of the world in nice dresses and who are you wearing? And I can see this turning into a fucking spectacle, right? Oh, who is the secretary? Who is Madam Secretary wearing tonight? It's gross. Bomb that fucking thing into the ground. Raise it. Not bomb it. Oh, I guess you shouldn't fucking say shit like that. But take a bulldozer. Wreck it. I don't care. Wreck it. We don't need that. Wreck it. We don't need that. Defund it. There you go. Defund the shit out of that thing. We don't need a ballroom. I don't like that pompery. No. But I do like the idea of like, um, say like the arch or whatnot with the roundabout thing that he wants to do. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. There you go. That's fine. That's okay. That's a visual thing for when they come. They can say like, oh, there's a symbol to America's greatness. Good. And everybody can look at that and say, oh, there's a symbol to everybody's greatness. I can go visit it. There's a symbol to everybody's greatness. Can I go inside that ballroom and go fuck around and have fun? No. Then fuck that thing. I don't want it. No. You got a fucking country that's paying debt out its ass. You want a golden ballroom? For the people, my ass. You got people worrying about fucking their food. You got people worrying about their bills. You got people worrying about their debt. You got people worrying about everything. You got people, you building a ballroom? Fuck off. That's disgusting. You know, YouTube will hear you. I don't want YouTube to hear me, dude. No. No. Yeah. Thank you for the warning, Paul. Thank you for the warning. Yeah, there's no way you want 50 likes. Those shit's away from me, right? uh, yeah, we said 10 million. Right, exactly. Send bullshit to Israel, send bullshit to Ukraine, send a bullshit to whomever wants it. Yeah, a ballroom. Dude, fuck off. We don't need to be sending any of that stuff out to anyone ever for any reason. I don't care. Oh, but Russia. But Russia what? But Russia wants your shit. Defend it. Not my shit. Figure it out. I fucking want it. I don't care. Tired of America being the policeman around the world. And then I go travel overseas. So I'm in Europe. Oh, you American? You Americans, you go all over the world and you fight the other people and you take other people over. It's like, yeah, but when we don't, you go, well, you Americans not coming and fighting for us. Fucking pick a lane. Pick a lane. And then these assholes. This is my biggest problem with these pieces of shit is because they're always like, well, you Americans, you don't have any health care, right? And you don't have free education and we have free education, dude. Like, what are you talking? College? You don't need college, first off. So why are you crying about that? Tell me you're stupid. Did you go to college? Hands up. Yep, you. So, anyway, but still, they're trying to make fun of Americans being like, "Oh, you don't have health care, you don't have anything, you don't have anything." And they're being like, "More missiles, please." Oh yeah, because maybe if we weren't so busy defending you, we would actually have something for ourselves. But no. We got to play policeman, run around the world like fucking Barney Fife with a backwards pistol. That's my version of America. Barney Fife running around, backwards pistol. Stupid. Throwing money at the problem. No more US aid. I absolutely agree with that. I absolutely agree 100%. No more for anybody. What is this live about? It's live about nothing. My whole channel is like the Seinfeld of channels. There's no reason to this. There's no rhyme to this. There's no purpose for this. There's no call for this. There's no demand for this. Nobody asked for this. This is I didn't even particularly want to do this, but I'm compelled, right? There's a whole lot of problems here within just this sphere. So I get it. Look like you smoke crack. Wonderful. Well, I don't, but noted. No spam. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's stupid. I can read it once that I look like I smoke crack. I can read it once. I have eyes. Right. And then I'll say that I look like I smoke crack several times. So your point is you got it crossed. Come on, cat. Hell yeah, buddy. Hell yeah, buddy. How you doing, Apollo? And I'm a cat butler because I'm always up and letting in and out the damn cats. Oh, am I on your tail? Sorry about that, buddy. Sorry. Sorry. It's great channel. Oh, you're awesome. Simple girl. Oh, well, of course it's simple girl. You take on life. Tough cookie. Um, that's code for bastard. You're a bastard, Havoc. The 2x4 trim. Yeah, that's it's gonna be like that for a little while. I need to finish the drywall. Um so and first I need to do the electricity. Like you see behind me. Like, do you see that right there? You see that panel, right? That's so that's my electric panel. Um did you notice between you and I, do you think uh do you think electricity flows through that panel? No, it does not. So I don't actually have electricity in this house. The electricity, any of the lights that you see or anything like that, it's just it's an extension cord that comes in through the house and just hook into a generator, it's no big deal. Um, so for now, what I'm trying to do is I'm saving up for a battery, one of those batteries that you can charge up and then plug into, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get that fuse panel stuck together, and I'm gonna make one outlet that goes up to the fuse panel, just like it's power and I'm gonna hook that so it's a double male-ended cable that I can hook into that, and then hook into the box so it can take power from that, and then I can charge that battery up with the generator. I don't use that much electricity, so this plan's probably gonna work for me pretty well. Yeah. Um, so none of the outlets work. So first off, what I'm first gonna do is I need to finish the drywall, and then I'm gonna put in make sure all the electric outlets are like in and they're working. The trim is I need to do that, but it's gonna be one of the last things I do, and I haven't really like decided how I want to do it yet. Um, I think like I'm I only have like a little bit of trim to do, so I'm thinking like maybe why does might as well like spend like top dollar and get like some crazy cool like really like ornate cool trim, right? Because it's a tiny home. So my home is only 10 feet by 16 feet. So this whole house that you're seeing, like you basically have seen the whole thing. It's 10 feet by 16 feet. It's very small. Like I said, when I say I try to live my life very frugally and very small and I mean it, like very humbly, try to live with as little as possible. I mean it, right? And it's down to my square footage of my house. So, and I built all of this too. Like this is all me. Just with money out of my pocket, right? So you go to work, you make a paycheck, build a bit on your house, go to work, make a paycheck, build, that's many people think that home ownership is just something like, oh, I can't afford a house, you can't afford a house, nobody can afford a house. If you can't afford $1 million or $500,000, whatever. It's like, okay, um, like maybe you can't, but it's possible, right? It's possible. It's just whatever, you know. Most can never endure. Yeah, it gets sucky sometimes. Like a few weeks ago or a month ago or whatever, a month ago. Oh God, that sucks so bad. Oh God, that fucking sucks so bad. But the temperatures are up. Um, yeah, things are going. Things are, and I almost have that battery. Just gonna take time. That's all. Lifestyle isn't for the softies. No, it definitely isn't. But someday my life is gonna be really soft. Like that's the goal, right? That's what I'm doing it all. It's like someday, like it's really hard now, but someday. But yeah, the trim is gonna be cool, like eventually. And I want to put like I want to make a doorway there, and like with like a glass top that like tilts at the top so I can let heat through. I'm gonna take the wood stove out of here and I'm gonna put that into a bigger house that I'm gonna be building. Uh, I do need to take it out because I need to expand the kitchen. I need to make an actual kitchen in here. And the amount of it just the wood stove needs more space. And I can heat this place, especially once I get insulation properly in here. It's not gonna take much to heat. Once it's above freezing, it's above freezing outside now, I think. And I have my heater, my propane heater on the lowest setting, and it's like it's a-okay. It's completely warm in here. So it's really good. Like we turn the tide of the seasons, I hope. I hope. Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, kitty cat. You want to come up? Come on. There we go. You're a good boy. Yeah, good boy. Oh, oh, sweetie, I love your face. I love your face. You're a good boy. Looks like your cat. Oh, that's cool. Same pattern. Yeah. Oh, damn it. He's he's uncomfortable. There you go. Are you comfortable now? And his brother. Yeah. This is Apollo. Yeah, he's a big boy, and he wants to be in my lap now. But he's a big boy, this guy, and I don't think he knows it. I think he knows how big he is. People, people they try asking. I think a lot of people ask if he's Maine Coon or something like that, but he's not. I think he's just a domestic short hair. He's just he's like probably the biggest domestic short hair I have ever seen in my life. But he's pistol. Oh, that's cool. He's one friendly cat. Yeah, he's super friendly. He's so friendly. He and his brother, they're both glommy. His brother's super glommy. He's he can get like this. Just, oh, I love you. Yeah. He's getting to the point where I'm gonna start brushing him like crazy. Yeah, he loves his life. He sure does. He sure does. He's a good guy. He basically gets whatever he wants. He drinks a lot of water. Wow. I couldn't believe it. I thought he was diabetic because I never saw a cat who would drink that much water, you know? He is pretty. But apparently he's within normal. He just drinks a lot. Like he's asking right now for water. Crazy. Here you go, buddy. Teapot. He's crazy about water. Loves the stuff. uh, a lot of cats don't drink enough water. See, I think maybe that's my experience is that I'm just around cats who just don't drink enough water because cats are just like any other person, really. Like they're unhealthy in all the ways everybody else is unhealthy. They don't do shit just like everybody else doesn't do shit. I drink enough water? No. Most cats don't either. You know what I mean? Like it's so funny how we're all kind of the same. Um, but yeah, he does. I swear. He'll drink um I think he'll drink like maybe a half a liter a day. Yeah, quite a lot. Quite a lot. Pretty crazy. But I looked it up and it was like, yeah, actually that's well within normal. Because I was like, does he have diabetes or something? Do I have to go get him checked out? But no, no, he's fine. Kidney troubles. Ooh, yeah, probably because they don't drink enough water. For real, I didn't know that. Thank you. That's a lot of water. Yeah, they drink a lot of water. So, but that's good to know. Because these guys are good. They drink enough. At least, especially Apollo. And if that water dish is not full, he yells at me. And that has to be clean too, because he'll dump it. He'll flip. I think he wants to get the thing out of the water. Like if there's like anything falls into it, he'll just flip the water. Motherfucker. So I have to make sure like nothing's in there and it's all good and cleaned out because it's just gonna end up on the floor. So just flip it. I said over easy. You know, it's like fuck, dude. Fine, okay. uh, oh, the world is going to shit. Yeah, it's all just shit. Uh, Sports entertainment. Nobody cares about sports. Sports and entertainment. Ugh, those guys. Oh, Catherine O'Hara. Yeah, she died. Yeah, that was Kathleen O'Hara. She is good. She is she's a good actress, good comedian. Um, no, she was really good. I liked her stuff way back in the day with like well, she plays like alongside like Rick Moranis, right? Um, back in that time. I remember her from. I liked her with John Candy, like playing with John Candy, Dan Aykroyd, all of those. She was in with that group, Chevy Chase and whatnot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was good. Phil Hartman, she played with Phil. Yeah, yeah. She acted alongside some really freaking, really great comedians, and she was really good herself. Yeah. Yeah, she was funny. She was pretty cool. She was cool. I didn't know of anything she did lately. Like I'm trying to think. Because I'm sure she did like voice acting or something. She had to have like, huh? Yeah, but I mean, 71. That's it. That's a good run. Yeah, I mean that's whatever. That's okay. That's okay. She had a yeah. After yeah, that's good. She became successful and she'll be dearly missed. That's for sure. Yeah. Beetlejuice. Oh, that's the third time. Oh, you weren't here for that. All right. So, yeah. Funny. I don't that's a thinking man's joke. You gotta really know your puns on that one. That's punny. There you go. There you go. Funny. Dow cut 4,500 jobs. That's what I said. I said the jobs report was going to get revised. I said that, didn't I? I said it was going to get revised. Which direction? Which direction did I say it was going to get revised? Down? Yeah. Oh, ridiculous, dude. Everybody acts like that Venezuela oil. Like, oh, Trump just went into Venezuela because of the oil, because of the oil. It's like, well, dude, what do you know about Venezuelan oil? Because that shit is shit. Like it's high sulfur content. Like it's garbage. Oil. Like it's to process it. To process it, you have to add in better oil, like already processed just to process. It's such garbage. And what can you get out of it? You get heating fuel. I think you can get heating fuel out of it. You can get, so that's good. You can get diesel. Yeah. You get heating fuel, you get diesel. Like those so the diesel fuels, basically kerosenes and stuff like that, you can get out of it. Other than that, no. If you think you're running your vehicle on it, you're fucking stupid. That's not happening. I think I couldn't even tell you the percentage out of a barrel, but it's not above 10%. I can't even imagine anywhere close to 10% that you'd be getting gasoline out of that thing. No, no. If you think, no, that's just stupid. If you think gasoline prices are going to come down because of that, then you just don't know anything about anything. Not all oil is the same. That stuff is garbage. It's garbage. Nah. There's a reason. Look, there's a reason Russia wants that shit. Because only Russia wants that shit. First off, for the heating fuel. So there you go. And look at its maritime fleet and do any bit a little bit of a research on what that shit runs on because it's garbage. It's fucking it's fucking bleh. That's probably why they want it. They want it to fund their military. They or their heating fuel, basically keep their people from freezing to death. Other than that, there's no real reason they need that at all. There's no reason we need it at all. Like, at all. It's ridiculous. I mean, I can expect heating fuel prices to come down, maybe. You expect diesel fuel prices to come down, but that's it. I mean, if it depends on how it's even utilized. Like I said, this is all very stupid. Just the argument that he wants it because of the oil is very stupid. That's no, 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 it's not. It's not. Look, when you have Alaska, when you have Canadian shale, when you have basically any shale oil is better than that. Any, right? You have sweet crude all around the United States and whatnot. Like, no, you're not going for. You have gasoline oil. You have it right on your doorstep. It's out your back store. You're not going to Venezuela for shit sulfur oil. Ugh. Nasty. Sour crude. Yeah, it's you just got to learn a little bit about some things like that. That's all. And a lot of people just don't have the time or will to learn anything about that sort of stuff, you know. Yeah, and the collapse of socialism in Venezuela. Yeah, that was a shit show. I don't, to be honest with you, I don't see that going well. I see if that were to work, as it stands now, the United States needs to get the fuck out of there as fast as possible to I don't know if you just remove the head of the government and leave the functioning government intact, um, and install the rightly elected president. I think that's probably where you should go. Maybe because then you get the United States the fuck out of affairs that it does have no problem, no business being in. You got Minnesota happening under your watch. You have no right to fucking be doing anything outside of your 50 states borders. You have no right. Focus focus on like focus on your fucking room. Your room is fucking disgusting. Clean it up. Your house is disgusting. Clean it. Don't be worrying about your neighbor's fucking yard. Don't be throwing money at your neighbors to get their roses nice and pretty. Their neighbor's having a fight with their neighbor. You don't be fucking giving them money to go build a fence. Or buy a bigger and better rake. Worry about your own fucking house. People understand this when it comes down to the basics, but it seems to be when it blows up into bigger affairs to be like, find some reason to go fight your neighbor's battle with his neighbor. Fuck them. You know? I'd hate to think we'd be funding Venezuela. Yeah, that's why we need to get out of there as fast as possible. Um, they need to be able to bring their market or their oil to market. Uh, and it all needs to be done without U.S. hands. at all because it has to be legitimate, and we don't want for all their running around in the streets. That's why I'm not impressed by people's um arguments at the time, and you damn well know it. At the time when people are running the streets and they're like, "Oh, but everybody is thanking it. Everybody's happy. Everybody's happy." Did I use their happiness as an argument or as an accept it as an argument at the time? I didn't, did I? There's a reason for that because I know human beings are fickle, and I know that same motherfucker dancing in the street yesterday, tomorrow will be angry in the street because he's happy that you did something here now, and now he's mad. See, he's only happy when you do what he wants, and he's mad when you don't do what he wants. He's not happy with you in general. He's not now a follower. He's not now a supporter. He's not now no. So that's why I don't accept dancing or feelings or gratitude or any of this as I do not accept that at all. Um, it's stick bug dude. Hey, yeah, America first. I agree. And so when they do like so there's a difference in my mind between MAGA and America first. I am not MAGA. I don't think Trump is a very great president. I think he's fucking it up just the same as everybody else has fucked it up. And there's no really the Titanic has hit the iceberg and there's just no chance of unfucking this thing. It's just but then there's a lot of sycophants who ride the dick. That's MAGA, right? But I am Make America Great Again. I do agree with enforce the immigration laws. Yes, there should be no such thing as sanctuary cities. Yes, uh, America first. So fuck Israel and fuck Ukraine. I don't really give a shit. Fuck Venezuela too. I don't care. Um, why is Minnesota the way Minnesota is? Shouldn't we be more worried about Baltimore? Tell me about Southern California. Right. What's going on in the Bible Belt here? What's happening? Why is the Rust Belt rusty? Why can't it be oily and working? Right? Like what there are these problems that I have. Uh, yeah. That I don't think really mesh well with MAGA. They're just like everything Trump does is wonderful, and if you don't like it, you're a liberal tard, libtard, you bootlicker, you just what the calm the fuck down, sycophant. Calm the fuck down, sycophant. Because I don't like sucking dicks, and I'm not gonna suck Trump's dick. I just don't. I've never done it. I don't plan on doing it. It's one of those goals I have in life. You begin a life and you're just like, I have very few goals, like very few on my not list. Like, what do I want to do? I don't want to take it in the butthole, and I don't want to suck a dick. I make it to the end of my life not doing those two things. Fucking success. Great. Wonderful. Now, there's those people that think just because you give a vote to a guy means that you are now knee padded up. Right. Anyway, yeah, I'm not that guy. I'm not a sycophant. I'm not. But I am America first. Yeah. Hell yeah. Damn straight. Oh, anyway, I'm gonna have to go. You guys are all fucking rad. Be sure to like, subscribe, and give me all the money and do all the things. Touch all the buttons, especially the free ones. No, you don't have to give me any money. That's fine. But I do have memberships on my channel. I have those. AlaskanHavoc.com. You can go there and buy my stickers and buy my shit. I need to get that website changed up a bit. Anyway, you're all awesome. I gotta get out of here. I gotta go do something productive with my life. Grab a shovel and get rid of snow. Yeah.